Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the stream. I'm LB Hackemup, and I'm joined, well, not as always, very specially on this special Wednesday stream by these lovely people that we'll go around and introduce in just a moment. But before we do, I just want to give you guys an update on channel stuff. We will be streaming as normal Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. On Friday, Ren and I will be continuing our trek through Split Fiction. And on Sunday, we'll be back for our final episode. Are you good? My roommate is doing a lot right now. I don't know what she's doing. There's nothing that can make that much noise in this house. I'm just going to text her. But we'll be back Friday or Sunday with the final episode of our Fallout 313 game. Which I'm very excited about. So let's go around and have everybody introduce themselves. So let's start with Rach.
Oh my god, I'm first? I was about to start like rapping Cardi B. Hi, I'm Rachel. Rachel is with Rachel is with ZML and 7S. I am playing Edie the Crooked tonight.
Oh, I forgot I have to tell everybody when to go. Jake, you're next.
Hey everybody, I'm Jake, and I will be playing as Kevin Van Iron. He's the Flake, and he's here for a good time and a long time.
All right, Cujo.
Hey everybody, I'm Cujo. I'll be playing the Curse Eater tonight. Name's Jasper Toms.
And last but certainly not least, Val.
Hello everybody, I'm Val, and tonight we'll be playing Father Fionn Doyle, who is the Divine.
And I'm LB Hackemup. I'm going to be your Keeper of Secrets, your Warden of Whispers, and your Lady of Leprechauns. I will be leading the charge in this adventure tonight. For those of you who haven't seen anything else in this series, this is a Monster of the Week series that takes place in the 1990s. It's currently 1997. Kevin and Edie are recurring characters that have been in this series, but we have a couple new ones. So we're going to go around and have everybody kind of give an overview of their characters, and we're going to make some connections. So Rachel, why don't you start? We'll go in the same order and tell us a little bit about Edie and what her playbook is and all that fun stuff.
Edie is the Crooked. The first, was it the first one of these that we did? I think, yeah. So in that one, her brother, Kevin, did not know that she had led a life that was a little illegal, whereas she was a jewel thief, cat burglar, would steal things. She had a nickname amongst the authorities. She had an arch nemesis that she would, steal things for out of spite. She is she happened upon the monstrous supernatural things in this world because she got hired by someone to steal something. And it turns out the house that she was breaking into was actually the lair of a vampire who lured her there to under false pretenses. She thought she was stealing something out of a safe in an abandoned house, and it turns out it was the lair of a vampire who tried to kill her. And RJ, who is not here, saved her. And that was her introduction into the supernatural. And so ever since then, she's been a little less jewel thief, a little more monster hunter. Now that this new fun, high stakes and adrenaline-filled fun thing has popped up into her life. She is, let's see, she was 27 in 1997, 28 in 1997, so she's 29 now. No, she was 28 in 27 in 1986, so she's 28 now. Sorry, I had to go through my notes. So she's 28, slender. She's got brown hair that's usually bleached random colors and all sorts of fun things. Changes it up all the time because, she wants to change her look up all the time just in case somebody sees something in a security camera. It's just the way that things go for her. So now she has like a shoulder length ombre pink hair. She's slender build, very athletic, and dresses in a lot of dark colors.
Okay. And Jake?
All right. Well, Kevin, well, he's just a regular old kind of guy. He's a 5'6", blonde mullet. He's 160, mostly pot belly, not a lot of strength in the arms there. He likes rocking jeans or chinos. He's got a greasy white t-shirt on, although we're down south, so he's got his denim jacket on, and he just picked up a cowboy hat, so he's been rocking that. Everybody says it looks real nice there, and so that's nice. Kevin goes by the adage, you got to believe it to see it. Being recently introduced into the supernatural, well, he's here to see pretty much everything he can. Yeah, he just, well, if it's got fur, he wants to pet it, and if it can talk, he wants to meet it. So you can catch Kevin biking around on his little Schwinn bike there. He's got his bumper sticker on it. It's PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Aliens. And, he's just here to have a good time. And, well, he's just hanging out with his big old sister. Kevin's 25 these days, he thinks. He's pretty sure. He lost a year or two there in the asylum. But what are you going to do?
Totally fair. Cujo, why don't you introduce your new character?
I make no promises that I'll be able to keep this accent up all night, but I will do what I can. I'm Jasper Toms. I'm one that kind of goes from place to place looking for things that don't sit well with the natural world. I have a bit of something I call it an affliction. I call it a quirk. I tend to, consume things to stop bad magical shit from happening. So it tends to have a little bit of a lingering effect on my system, but it's kind of worth it because then I get to make sure to see people survive the encounter. So I believe I got a message from someone, so I'm on my way to go and see if I can help out. Somebody sent something through the channel, so I figured I'd go and offer my assistance where I can.
All right.
Oh, I'm also 30, I guess.
Okay.
That's, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Definitely.
I'm not gonna do my introduction in character. So Father Doyle, or Fion, is about 6'3", 210, 215 pounds. Is a very like broad-shouldered, muscular, like short cropped hair. Tattoos that will come up, I'm sure, at some point. He is a former professional boxer that had a prophetic vision during his like championship fight when he was contending for the belt. Ended up getting knocked on his ass and having some severe brain trauma. Many are said that the brain trauma was due to the concussion. He is adamant that it happened beforehand. Anyway, after this calling from God that he received, he joined the Catholic priesthood, ended up becoming an exorcist due to his connection with the supernatural and his proclivity for being able to notice those things, detect those things, and deal with them. I described him off character as kind of a Jack Reacher meets, or off before the thing, before we started, as Jack Reacher meets Constantine. He gets bounced from diocese to diocese due to misconduct, drinking, fighting, gambling, things like that. But he does have a reputation for being effective in what he does. And so he doesn't really have an official posting. He just kind of gets called in places to deal with weirdness. Mostly people thinking it's possessions, demons, but they really can't tell the difference between one thing or another. Like I said, playing the divine playbook. He's about, I don't know if I gave his age, around 35 years old. Yeah.
Okie dokie. So we have histories in this game. If you guys have not played a Monster of the Week, each playbook has a list of histories where you find your connections to the other characters. Like I said, Edie and Kevin already have some. They're siblings. And now at this point, they know that the other one knows about their dark, scary past, especially the asylum and the jewel thieving. These are things. But we need to have connections between the two new characters, Jasper and Fionn. So why don't we, anyone have anything that jumps from the page and think that you can connect with other people with?
I definitely had one that jumped off as soon as I heard about Jasper, which was they're an abomination and should be destroyed, except you can't work out with them. Why not? As soon as I heard a guy that eats like supernatural shit for power, I'm like, yes, absolutely.
What would prevent Fionn from doing that? What would be something to put a hold on it?
I mean, I guess it's like depends on if we interpret the can't as like can't figure out how, or the can't as like morally decides not to. I'm leaning towards the latter, because we're all mortal beings. And I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe we had a run in, or I've heard like dealing with a job in the past, and you made some good decisions, and even though I was really like iffy about you, I don't know where you fall on like the you know, lawful good to chaotic evil morality frame, but I was thinking maybe saw something in there that...
Okay. I like it. I like that a lot, actually. If only because I imagine Jasper doesn't talk a lot, but when he does, he makes sure he has something to say, unless it's around Fionn. Purely because he's like, he gets it. Like, he gets the looks, he gets the comments and all that stuff, and he's like, listen, I'm right here. If you want to do it, let's do it. That works for me. Should I also attach one of mine, like in reverse, or just leave it at that?
Nah, get it back.
Get him back. All right.
Back.
You know what? On your first hunt together, you unleashed consumed magic and put them in great danger. Ask what happened and how they feel about it now. The whole thing with curse eaters is that they absorb magic and then can like put it somewhere else.
Yeah.
And sometimes there are drawbacks. I imagine that like maybe at like the very like finale moment of the hunt, there was a clear moment where I was losing control, but at the last second I managed to like focus enough to not only save you, but like prevent the destruction of maybe like the bar or whatever we were in dealing with the thing. Maybe that sets you on the path of like, okay, this dude's dangerous, but he's trying not to be stupid.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of fits it with mine too. Is like maybe it's like you put yourself at great risk to avoid collateral damage, and harming other people. And it's like, I see some good in you. So,
right.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
I can go.
Mm-hmm.
So for Jasper, I think I just had a really fun idea. One of mine is this hunter worked with you on a semi-legal or illegal job, work out what it was. I think it would be fun, since you're a curse eater, if Edie had stolen or been hired to steal like a long time ago. We haven't seen each other in years. But she got hired to steal an object. She realized that it was like, there was a lot of lore surrounding what she was doing, all of her research, and she thought it was like cursed. And you happened to be in town at the same time looking for the same object, and I had stolen it. So you came across me and you were like, we just had like a conversation. I was like, I don't really believe in curses. And you were like, can I just fix this before you give this to whoever you bought it for? Or whoever you stole this for? Like, I'm cool with whatever it is that you're doing. I don't give a shit about that. This is super fucking dangerous. Can you please just, before you leave here with this to give this to your client, can I please just suck the curse right out of it with a straw? You know, like,
I love that. That's fantastic.
That's really silly and very funny. Like, and again, this is before Edie knew about the supernatural or anything. She's just like, okay, crazy person, do you thing, whatever. Like, okay, sure, uncurse this object, whatever.
That's fantastic.
So we can run into each other after years now.
Yeah. I'm down for that. Do-do-do-do-do. Trying to find.
You don't have to find yours yet. I can move on to my
Okay.
next one if you want some time.
Go for it. Go for it.
My next one is for Val's priest. You're powerfully attracted to this hunter. Maybe someday you'll deserve them.
Oh,
Come on! You handed
Yeah.
me hot priest. This is the last one on the list. It's so fucking funny.
Forbidden fruit. Got it.
Hot priest. You can't tell me no.
I want to fuck a priest.
I've got
There is
one.
one. I'm not choosing this one on my list, but there is one that is. They fill you with feelings of sexual infatuation. You are confused by the associated mortal emotions. Again, because the divine is meant to be like an angel and stuff. I'm not going that way, so I'm not picking that one because I wouldn't be confused by it. I'd just be a dude. So,
I mean, you could be resisting it.
yeah,
if
no,
you're ordained.
I'm going with a different one for Edie, which is
All right.
they are at heart a good and righteous person. You must help them stay that way.
Well,
Good luck.
Yep.
We're morally gray in this quarter.
Which is why I think that's perfect.
I like that.
all right. Well, Padre, all right. I think we got together because we were the signs pointing towards work together. So I found you, and now we're going to be able to work together. I got your number from my lawyer. She said, "Hey, this real reliable guy, in case anything of the let's say religious persuasion comes up, and you need a little extra muscle." And I was like, "All right, I'll go ahead." Except, she sounds much nicer than that. She's got a beautiful voice. I don't know if you met her, but she's an angel.
A literal
I
angel.
love that. Yeah.
That's still one of
Okay.
my favorite moments from any game that we've done, because we need a feather from an angel, and she's like, okay, I'll give it to you. And then just for a split second, they saw her in her true form, eyeballs and everything. Like
Yeah.
half of them threw up. It was great.
I do love if Father Doyle knows about that, because fully believe God is not like an abstract to him. It's like, yeah, the angels exist and all that stuff exists. This is all yeah. Oh, you're dating an angel? That's strange, but okay, cool. Good for you.
Choice was made.
I keep having to break the law to get her to show up, but
For mine, for you, I want to go with this one because one of the missions for this, and I think this is really funny for Kevin, one of the missions that the divine can be on is that one of the hunters has a crucial role to play in the events to come, and I have to protect them at any cost. And so I'm choosing Kevin for this and saying that Kevin has a crucial role in what is to come, and I'm here to guide and defend you.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yes.
Kevin, have you talked to the priest since the biblical end times started? And you guys stopped it?
No, I haven't really been able to get a hold of him yet. I keep calling the number that I got for him, and it
It's
just it doesn't.
disconnected.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because y'all
yeah.
mentioned that you stopped the apocalypse, so maybe I was supposed to protect.
Yeah.
That's already happened.
Yes,
But
that's what I'm
also, I
thinking.
haven't gotten a memo that I'm supposed to stop protecting you at this point.
Oh yeah.
So I'm
No.
assuming
Now you're just there all
That
the
could
time.
still
You just
happen.
show up everywhere that Kevin shows up.
Who is this tall, dark shadow that just keeps following me around? Handsome.
Handsome shadow.
I love it.
I have one for Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I thought I had. Hold on. Shit. Hold on. Hold, please.
Hold.
No, I have one for Edie. That's what it was. They're suspicious of your powers. Ask them what they fear about you. I imagine that after that conversation, I imagine that it took a turn where I was like, give me the thing for 5 minutes, please. With barely an explanation. So I don't know if it's necessarily the powers themselves, or maybe just there's this weird like
suspicion. But yeah, because I think it'd be funnier if it's before she had any idea about the supernatural, and now she's
Exactly.
like, I'm imagining like clocking you when we see each other again and being like, oh shit, that was real. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, babe, I'm sorry. Like, I thought you were just crazy. Yeah.
Not the first
So
time
I
I've been
thought I
told
just like
that.
handed a homeless man the box, yeah, and just thought you just needed 5 minutes alone with it. I don't know what you're into.
Homeless man? Is that
I
what you
don't know.
thought?
He walked up to me in the middle of the street, knowing that I'd stolen something, so I figured you were a vagrant.
You know what? Ain't the first time I've been told that.
Yeah, I like that. That's funny. Yeah, and she's suspicious not of your powers, but just of like you in general.
Just
Like this
just
doesn't-
me.
just you. Just like, who is this person that stopped me in the middle of the street and told me that they needed the curse out of said box that I had just stolen that nobody saw me steal because I'm really good at my job. Like, wow, how did you know that I was carrying it? Because you could sense it, but you didn't know that at the time. You know,
Mhm. I like that.
It's fun.
Okay. I finally got one for Kevin.
All
In
right.
a funny, weird connection in the same vein, you saved them from a curse many years ago and have trusted each other since. Ask them what it was. Again, it's a very similar instance where I don't know you and Edie are related, but like you're messing with something that like I know you shouldn't be. So
Mhm.
maybe I'm like behind the scenes, like you're talking about some big handsome shadow behind you around every turn, when in reality it's me like slapping your hand away from touching the cursed shit.
How did I not know about the supernatural for so long? I think I had like a little demon follow me around, like a real one, trying to get at me. And you caught him and you put him in my ficus, and you were like, "Whatever you do, make sure this ficus stays alive. Okay, gotta take care of that ficus." And I've had that ficus. He's my emotional support ficus. I've got him in the back of Edie's car right now.
Everyone
Oh my
in Kevin's life has just been trying to protect him from all sorts of random shit for his entire life.
I love
Like,
the idea that Jasper and Fionn like running into each other like awkwardly, both like creeping on Kevin through like the window of a bar, and we're just both like, "Oh, you're here too? Oh, okay."
He just got in town.
When's it gonna be this time?
I'm excited for the first interaction. It's like, oh, Edie, nice to see you. Fionn, Kev. Is that ficus?
What? Yeah.
Did you keep the ficus?
You said keep it alive. To the pot.
No. You know what? All right.
You have to be more specific.
I've been
Spell it
going.
out.
For this.
All right.
I got a basket on my bike for it. No, I still have to do Cujo's.
Okay.
What is the date exactly?
It is, let's say August 12th.
Okay. Can we do September, like 12?
Why did you ask? Yeah,
Well,
it's
'cause
September 12th, okay?
Great, fantastic. Just has to be after August 31st, 1997, because me and Jasper are part of the same support group because Princess Diana died. And I was real torn up. I went to a memorial service for it, and Jasper was there. And well, I ain't never met him really, but he showed up, and well, I had a good cry. I think he cried. I don't know. I definitely did.
Jasper didn't cry. He was the shoulder that Kevin cried on.
She was just so that good.
Jesus Christ.
No,
Just
she's
like
got a kid.
push a handkerchief into his face.
I blow my nose on your sleeve.
Oh, I just
No.
got this one.
Thank you.
Yeah, oh, all right.
I'm so excited already.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
Are we ready to get into the mystery?
we mean we haven't
Yes.
started?
I
Is that what's-
know. I know.
My notes are ready. Not that anyone can see that.
All right. It is September 12th, 1997. The world is still reeling from the death of Princess Di. She was such a wonderful woman. The summer is quickly turning to fall in the southern half of the United States. Our hunters find themselves in different places. Kevin in his newly found mansion with a couple other hunters who recently acquired it, one which was a demon. Was he a demon, Kujo?
He was.
He was.
He was another divine, just
yeah.
not from that direction.
Yeah.
He was a good guy, though.
Yeah, he is, and he's figuring out life without demonic powers now. Edie, where can we find you? Are you back home? Are you in New York?
I feel like for the past like couple months, Edie has just taken Kevin on the road and we're just monster hunting together. He knows now, he's been in it for a while. We're just like Sam and Dean Winchestering around like the southern United States for funsies in Edie's Jeep Grand Cherokee. And with the ficus, the demon ficus.
And the bike latched on the back of
and the bike and on a rack on the back. And I feel like we've just gone full season 1 supernatural, just, you know, a brother and a sister just running around. I get to be Dean because I'm the oldest and that's so much fun for me.
I guess that's fair.
And you're the smart one. I'm the manipulative one.
Well, help us all.
That's questionable, but okay.
He calculated all sorts of crazy stuff.
Yes, that's true. He's very good at putting things together. But you guys received a word that there was a problem happening on a ranch in Arkansas. They contacted you as directly as they could, probably through one of your on-the-road contacts, that there is a problem on a cattle ranch, that they need you ASAP, if you can get there as soon as possible. So you have taken to the road and are on your way through the rolling hills of Arkansas, heading towards Buffalo River, which is a state national river. It's a lovely place. Let's see, Jasper, where can we find you before all this comes down?
I imagine that I am also on the way. I have a pickup. It's beat up. It's seen a lot. It's definitely got some rust right around the tires. It's starting to eat away at some of the paneling, but the trunk is just filled with just a bunch of like, you never know if you might need it kind of supplies. But he's definitely blasting some country. Windows are down, cowboy hat on, because Texas. Yeah, I imagine he's also just on his way out there getting a call.
Yeah. And then Father Fionn, are you in the South as well? Where did you start out?
Ooh, that's a good point. I don't know. Was probably just either probably on the middle of like taking a Greyhound bus back up like north. Doesn't own a car or spends too much of his stipend on other shit that he doesn't.
Alcohol.
Alcohol and cigarettes. I think transfers bus lines and he like gets a call on his Nokia phone or no, do we have Nokias would be a thing in 96, right?
Yeah.
And then transfers lines and starts heading over to Arkansas.
Okay. I think for those of you who are already on the road, Edie and Kevin are going to be the first to arrive. You were told to go to Watcher Cattle Ranch, which is off the beaten trail. Obviously, it is a cattle ranch. There's not a lot around other than cattle. There's a little town close by, but not much going on there as far as there's probably 2 gas stations, a grocery store, and a couple restaurants, and mostly bars. At least 2 bars. But as you make your way up this dirt road, you find that the road kind of turns off. Where's my notes? Okay. It's a well-maintained dirt road. You pass under an archway that reads Watcher Cattle Ranch. The road leads up to a paved drive in front of a massive Western-style home. 2 large wings stretch out from the sides as a covered porch encloses the interior of the home. The large wooden doors seem to be hand-carved with cows, peacocks embroidered in the mahogany. There are 2 large trucks that sit outside of a standalone garage. As you you said you have a Jeep. You park your Jeep out front, and you see a woman emerge from the house. She has a tablet. No, not a tablet, because it's 1997. She has a notebook in her hand. And she has like russet skin, like looks flawless, makeup done perfectly. She has brown, dark curled hair. She looks very professional. She's wearing like Western clothing, but it is very well maintained, as opposed to a ranch hand or something. That she seems to be in a more professional garb than those working on the field. And she approaches your car and she just says, "Hello, can I help you?"
Well, the question is, can we help you? You know, we got this letter here. Hi, I'm Kevin. This is my sister Edie.
Hi.
How are you? What's your name?
My name is Michelle. I am the head of the house, and I maintain Mr. Clamat's schedule. I haven't heard anything about visitors. What are you here regarding?
Well, we got called for some mysterious happenings.
Okay.
That's,
oh,
I mean,
I see.
yeah.
I see. Mysterious. Okay.
Do you have that letter, Edie?
It's in the car.
It's in the car. All right.
Look, I told you I'd let you take the lead on talking to people this time, Kevin, and I really did mean it, but
Well, everybody makes mistakes.
we were called here by Mr. Clamat. How do you pronounce it? Clamat.
Mm-hmm.
To investigate what's been going on with the horses recently.
That's
well,
right.
I think he'll want to explain what's going on. Is it just the two of you, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. She says, "Okay, why don't you come on inside?" And as that happens, we will swap over to Jasper. You are driving down the road, and you see walking on the side a man in vestments, because the bus is not going to drop him off at the door.
is hitchhiking right now, just like thumb out, walking down the as he hears the car come by.
I'll I clock him standing out like a sore thumb and just sort of slow and pull up next to him. I don't say anything. I just kind of look. Father
Leans down to look in your car. Is Jasper, is that you?
Father for young. I see you again.
What brings you this way?
Job up at Clamat's ranch. I take it you also got the same invitation.
I call this Providence then. I appear to be on the same job as you.
Yeah, well, you sure you can stomach that? I wouldn't want to cause any problems of faith or crises or anything like that.
Depends. Are you keeping your nose clean?
We'll just go ahead and say yes and get in the car.
All right. Just grunts and gets in the car.
I imagine the rest of the ride is very quiet as these two gentlemen.
Yes.
There's a passing thought of like, do I tell him about the last time I absorbed something evil? Maybe not.
Better for later.
Put a pin in that. Yeah, we'll wait until he's on his high horse a little bit.
As you guys make your way down the same well-maintained dirt road, Edie and Kevin, you see a trail of dirt coming down the way, and Michelle will stop. She said, "Are you sure it's just the two of you, or?"
Oh, wait, that's right. And I go open up the trunk and I pull out my ficus. I'm like, all right, now we're ready. Well, it can't sit in the trunk.
It can't. It'll be fine for a little while. It's only 76 degrees outside.
Yeah, but it's 102 inside the car.
Okay, hold on. I'll put.
Can
the
we put it on the
down.
porch?
Yes, you may keep it on the porch. I'd prefer it if it doesn't come in the house. No offense. We have a very well-maintained ecosystem.
The thing is absolutely
inside.
not coming inside the house.
Why are you being like this in front of her?
Because
That would be lovely, thank you.
I still don't know where you got the damn thing, she says as she was walking.
Look, we've talked about this, okay? Look, it has a magical spirit inside of it, okay? And it's very important that I keep it alive.
Anyways, why don't
Anyways.
you... I'm just going to go see if I can find Mr. Clement, and you please take a seat. And she like motions. There's some rocking chairs and some tables out on the porch as the other car approaches, and she's going to walk up to it and kind of look down and say, "Hello, I'm Michelle. Are you here on Mr. Clement's request?"
That'd be correct, ma'am.
I believe so.
All right. Well, why don't you please take a seat on the porch? There are some others waiting for him, and I will get him post-haste.
Yeah. Delightful. Thank you, ma'am.
Mm.
I'll pull the truck up next to the Jeep and then step out and sort of make eye contact with the other two.
Howdy.
Huh. Wasn't expecting to see you two in the same spot at the same time.
Well, the ficus is still alive.
Well, that's good. That's good. You're just bringing that around with you wherever
Well,
you go, huh?
How else am I? What do you do with it? I mean, it's a tree. I guess I could have planted it.
I mean, that was kind of the intent, but you know, it's fine.
Well, it's too late now.
It is what it is. Kevin.
Edie.
Oh, Edie. Yeah. Well, I clocked you earlier. Yeah, I remember.
How do
I
you know
remember
my
our last
brother?
time. Oh, your bro. That makes so much sense.
Does it?
It does. Believe it or not.
He's the guy who put the spirit in my ficus.
The moment Kevin says that, I just glance at Fionn, like.
Oh, okay.
It's weird what happens.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Breeze past that. It walks over to Kevin and like puts a hand on his shoulder, looks like like stoically in his eyes, says, "Kevin Von Iron, if you're here, great works must be afoot."
Yeah, well, I've been working on my book, so it's footing. How you doing, Padre?
I'm doing well, very well. We clearly have a divine mission here.
Oh yeah, have you heard?
Oh no, but if you're here, then it must be so.
Yeah, all right. I lean over to Edie. I say, I have no idea what he's talking about.
I don't care. I'm about to sin.
What? Get your head in the game. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. Hold on. Hi, Father. I don't think we've been properly introduced. I'm Edie Van Iron. I'm Kevin's sister.
Father Fionn Doyle. It's nice to meet you.
Okay.
I'll as the conversation goes on, I'll just kind of step a little close to Edie, be like, "Darling, your jaw's on the floor. You might want to pick that up."
No, that's where it's supposed to be for what I'm sitting about.
Did I hear right that you're siblings?
Yes. Yeah, it's my sister. You can tell by how we're both dashingly good looking.
Well, clearly you must have as righteous a purpose in being here as your brother Kevin.
Nothing righteous about me, darling. But we did get a litter or something. I don't. Kevin's got it in the car somewhere in his crumpled up mess in the back seat. We are investigating something here. Is that what y'all are doing here too?
Right.
I'm curious about you two. When did you open your eyes to the, you know, the stuff that normal people ain't supposed to see? Because last time I saw both of you, I don't think you'd been awoken to all that stuff yet.
Oh well, I always knew. I just ain't ever seen it till about a year ago. We met a real nice puppy dog that was actually some sort of howler monkey. It was quite a little story there.
It's a little more complicated for me.
Is it? You know, I
Uh-huh.
think I remember the circumstances last we met. You know, you talked about this little statue, if I recall.
Uh-huh.
You said that you were procuring it for someone,
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
and
As one does, yes.
right, through perfectly legal means, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hmm. Yeah, well, welcome to the fold, I guess.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
I think that was post Deal with the Devil and pre Doggy in the Woods.
Yep.
Sorry, deal with the devil.
I take a big step back. And
Well,
let
I gotta go
that-
find that letter. Yep.
You guys start to hear the sound of horse hooves coming up the drive, and you see coming up is a man with olive-colored skin. It's been dusted from his ride. He's riding a large, sort of chestnut-colored horse with white on his muzzle and on his hooves. He has warm chocolate curls that are kind of, the gentleman has warm chocolate curls that are slicked back under his tanned cowboy hat. He's wearing a dirty white shirt under an unbuttoned red flannel. The sleeves are rolled up and held tight against his muscular biceps. As he dismounts his horse, he removes his hat, loosening his curls and kind of slicks them back with one hand and gives a bright white smile to the group. And he kind of reaches into his pocket, and Kevin, he hands you a card and he says, "Well, I'm so glad that all y'all could be here. Harris T. Clement at your service."
Harris T. Clement. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Kevin Van Iron, and these are my compatriots, one of which I know well. That's my sister Edie right here. And then
I've
these
heard
guys are other guys.
Father.
Oh. Go ahead.
Father Doyle. Pleasure.
Father Doyle. I've heard many good things about your services, so I'm appreciative that you could come.
Of course.
Jasper Toms. Nice to meet you, Mr. Claremont.
It's lovely to meet you too. And he gives you a nice hearty handshake. I'm very glad that y'all could come. Why don't we take a step inside and get out of this heat a little bit? You see him kind of fan himself with his hat as he walks towards the mahogany doors. "Can I get y'all anything to drink?" And he kind of opens these doors, and you see inside this massive room that serves as the entryway, living room, and dining area. Has the most luxurious leather furniture. It surrounds a driftwood-style coffee table with magazines and a golden cow upon it. A large fireplace takes up a quarter of the western wall. Black metal frame extends into carved marble that seems to tell some sort of grand story, with figures fighting monsters as well as visages of nature, like blossoming irises and delicate leaves. The picture that hangs above the fireplace as you enter the room is a large TV that depicts cows grazing an open field. Edie, you will note that there is art covering every wall, showing epic tales, stories, and other very epic things. You can see
Expensive art?
very, very expensive art. You can see that one of the there is an urn that is sort of placed off to the side in a protective space in the corner, and it is from your eyes Greek in nature, and it seems to be incredibly old. Everything in this space seems very expensive, and as he kind of walks in, he taps off his boots on the rug, but still tracks dirt inside. And as he asks y'all if you want anything to drink.
Ice water would be lovely.
Yeah, I could do some tea. I'm not doing caffeine anymore.
All right.
I'm good, thank you.
I'll take a beer if you got it.
Of course. Please make yourselves comfortable on the couch. I'll join you in a moment. Again, very appreciative that you could come. And he kind of moves off and starts to walk towards the large kitchen that's sort of off to the way.
because as we were joking pre-stream, I'm going to stick with the theme. And as he walks away, Jasper just kind of...
It's nice. It's a nice ass.
Mm.
And Wrangler jeans, come on.
You all right? Your neck okay?
yeah, a little bit of a kink.
Let's
You
not
know.
be given into temptation while we're here.
Yeah, we certainly wouldn't want that.
Now, for sure. You said you were Father Doyle. Is that Father Fionn Doyle?
That is my God-given name, yes.
Well, look, I got your number from a business card, right? You were in the Archdiocese over there in southern Louisiana for a little bit?
For a brief stint.
Okay, well, my lawyer gave me your number, and she said to call just in case anything ever happened. Weird. She's an angel. And, well, never mind. But anyway, it is a pleasure to meet you. I've been calling all over the place. I have heard things about you that priests will not tell me, but I know there's something happening.
As I've heard much about you, Kevin Van Iron.
Well, shucks. Thanks.
He takes a flask of holy water out of his pocket and drinks from it and puts it away.
There is a sound as you guys are sitting on the couch. It's kind of a sound behind you, and you hear a very sudden squawk. As you turn, there is a fairly large male peacock that has roamed in here, and he's kind of just standing there looking at all of you as Harris comes back around the corner with your drinks on a tray, and he says, Charlie, get out of here. You know you're not supposed to be here until nighttime. Kind of like shoos him away. He's like, sorry about that. We house peacocks, goats, cattle. We have about 200 heads. We have about 20 horses, 4 dogs on the facility. And he like hands you each your drink as he walks by. He takes a glass of whiskey and sits in one of the large armchairs, sort of spreads his legs a little bit as he leans back and wipes his brow and takes a long sip of his beverage.
It's impressive horde you got.
Thank you. I like to care for the animals. They're, you know, close to godliness. You know what I'm saying?
I think I know a thing or two about that, and I just sort of pass a taunting look over at the father.
My apologies, Father. I'd like to get right to business if y'all don't mind.
Oh, that's what we're here for.
So, I was away on business 2 nights ago, and I've heard word from my head of ranch. He said that there was a problem with cows. Now, cows spook very easily if you don't know much about them. That's why we usually stay out with them if we leave them out at night. And, well, Terrence said that he left Harold, one of our other hands, one of our cowboys, on watch, Harold Timmons. And, well, when he woke up, Harold was gone, and when they went looking for him, spent most of the day doing so, they found his body. It was burned to a crisp, and he seemed to be in some sort of pain. His face was contorted. He said he found some burn marks around, so I thought, me being a man who believes that there is supernatural things in the world. Didn't seem like a natural death, if you understand me, and I've heard many tales from y'all about y'all, and I thought it might be good to call you in to see if you could figure out what's going on here.
Sure sounds like the devil's work.
Now,
Right.
to be jumping to any conclusions.
Did this fella, did he drink a lot of Tang?
Not, well, I'm not certain. I haven't been out on the trail with him for a few weeks. Not normally, I don't think.
All right. Well, it's been known to cause spontaneous combustion, so maybe check in on that first. We'll check in on that first. But yeah, you called the right people.
Well, all right. You have run of the place, whatever you'd like, whatever you need. Please help yourselves. I just, with respect, leaving my quarters out of it. It's since I've been gone, there doesn't seem to be a need, and I don't have much myself these days, as we've been doing tours and having people around.
If you don't mind me asking a few questions before you head about your business. You
Of
mentioned
course.
something spooking the cattle.
Yeah, he said that once night fell, normally the cows will, once it starts getting cool out, they'll lay down and take a snooze before getting up in the morning sun and having a graze. But he said that they were a little bit restless, not stampeding or anything like that, just unsure.
But no deaths among your herd, no mutilations, anything of that kind.
There were some of the cattle that were killed around Harold, but I'm not certain. They weren't killed in the same manner. They seem to have been. Well, it's hard to tell with cows, but they were not burned in the same way. I could start doing a autopsy if you'd like me to.
It would be good to know their cause of death. Have the police investigated? Did they find anything?
No, I didn't think it would be relevant for the police to look into such a matter. Not yet, at least. I mean, because of the supernatural aspect of it.
Sure, yeah. A lot of cops, a lot of their wives are robots. Then things happens. It's a government thing. That's all right.
I did not know that. Thank you.
I'm gonna have
Yeah,
to
of
a running
course.
list of conspiracy theories.
Tell you, it's a crapshoot every time you spend too much time with Kevin. How many things you're gonna learn about the world around you?
It's hard deciding how much of this
Learn?
is the truth.
Got to keep your eyes open.
Right.
Well,
Any other strange happenings around the house?
Like I said, I've been away on business. You can speak to everybody who's been here, and they can tell you more. But I arrived back home last night, and
Where were
trying-
you?
I was in New York, having a herd of cattle. We are working with a couple of the restaurants up there to get trade routes in place so that they can get some of the freshest stuff.
Oh, nice.
Right.
Real farm to table. Okay, so we have free reign to go talk to your staff. Just stay out of your quarters.
Yes, I'll be out on the field as well. I'll do that autopsy for you, and I have horses if you feel you're comfortable riding. If not, I do have ATVs. I can send some of the dogs out with you if you'd like some protection. Whatever you need, I'm happy to help.
All right.
We will talk amongst ourselves and figure out what the best move is going forward.
All right, of course. Please take your time, and I just want to make sure that the rest of my staff is safe, and if there is something out there, the cattle are safe, and it does not travel to a more populated area. He stands, tips his hat to the rest of you, and goes back out. He goes out the back where there is a large overlook onto the land that is very rolling hills. There's a lot of trees. You can see the cows off in the distance, and he goes out back and back around to where his horse is out front.
I don't know if I trust that peacock.
Why is that?
Oh, well, he wasn't supposed to be inside. Came inside out of nowhere. His name's Charlie. But nobody said sorry, Charlie. Just suspicious.
Very. I don't suppose those sorts of birds are native to the Arkansas area.
Definitely
No.
not. Clearly, the man makes money.
Yeah, a good bit of it. Judging by the art, the house, the land,
The clothes.
And he has ATV.
that giant barn with however many horses and however many head of cattle. This is big Southern money. And I don't know what it says about me, but the second he said, don't go into my quarters, that's the first thing that I wanted to do. So I probably shouldn't take the lead here.
No, I mean, that's understandable if you think that he may know more than he's letting on. I suppose we start with the publicly available spaces first and move on from there. I'd like to take a look at where the body was found. See any other signs of demonic omens or activity? Try to rule that out before we move on to other causes.
So ATVs or horses?
Ah, majestic animals, horses. Let's take the ATVs.
All right.
I'll take a horse myself. You can enjoy your ATV if that's all right. I don't get to ride much lately.
All right.
I feel like this is kind of an all or nothing situation just based on like the speed.
No, we could just go slow on the ATV, or he could go fast on the horse.
All right, fine.
Okay, hold on. Jasper, hear me out. If we solve this for this man and he's not guilty in any way, shape, or form, I'm sure, as favor, he let you or whomever go for a ride.
That is the hope, yeah.
So
Oh,
you can maybe he'll take you on a personal tour of his property after we solve this.
Now, Edie, it certainly sounds like you're alluding to some sort of sinful behavior, and I believe that your connection now to Father Fionn, I mean, we can't allude to such diabolical ritual. I was hoping for that, yes, if I'm being
I'm not
honest.
a Catholic. I'm not even baptized.
Listen, two consenting adults can get up to whatever they want after the job is done.
All right.
Cast no judgments nor aspersions there.
It's so open-minded of you.
Yeah, I'm a bit different than most priests in my line of work.
yeah.
One can only hope.
Oh, Edie, we did that thing again. We forgot to ask about payment up front. You keep saying we got to do it. I keep forgetting.
I mean, just to remind you that again, it's fine.
All right.
I think he's good for it. Otherwise, I'll circle back in a couple weeks.
All right. Sure. Yeah. We can ask him again then.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
To the ATV /
To the
To the
ATVs.
ATVs. Yeah, you guys walk out. You walk onto the back porch of this place. There is a staircase that goes down. You can see that there is a large barn in the backyard. That is, this is the horse barn. And then off to the left, there is a smaller barn. You can see there is a fairly decent sized horde of goats. A herd of goats that are outside. And there are actually
stampeding.
Quite a few peacocks in the area, and they are just like roaming around. You can't really contain peacocks, so they are just hanging out. There are males and females. They seem to be just doing their own thing, going into the goat's pen and into the barn. You can make your way down into the horse barn where you can find your ATVs, and there is someone standing inside, a younger looking woman, probably in her early 20s, dirty blonde hair that's pulled back into a braid that reaches the small of her back. Her skin used to be fair, but has been kissed by the sun, making her look almost golden. Her button-down jean shirt falls over her worn pants, jean pants, and she has a stern expression as you approach. She's saddling up one of the horses, and she kind of looks to everyone and says, "You must be the gentleman and lady who are looking into the death that happened. I'm Stella. I was told to answer any questions that you had."
Hopefully we won't take up too much of your time.
Hopefully you can solve whatever the hell's going on. It's been rough.
That is our aim here.
Yeah. First and foremost, we're very sorry for your loss. It's difficult losing a friend and a coworker as such. How did you know the deceased?
Well, I worked with him, and the four of us travel with the herd out in the farmlands. It's about 100 acres out there. So I'm not 100. How many acres did I say? I did the math. 150 acres. We usually camp out there at night and spend our time making sure the cattle are fed, going where they're needing to be. If it's time for them to come in and get slaughtered, then we handle that. But I've been out here for about 2 summers, and I've been enjoying my time here. The pay is fair, the people are good, and I've started doing tours, and that's fine. I don't really like dealing with the general public, but as long as I don't have to talk to them, I'm fine showing off my roping skills, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these tours, you bring people out. How far would you say?
Usually they stick to the main area. Sometimes we take them on horse rides, there's a trail that goes around, but it's only about 20 miles. Usually we only take them on the 5-mile loop so that it's a afternoon event. There's a park close by, so sometimes people come out here for when they're camping or, on vacation and want an authentic cowboy experience.
And Harold, what can you tell us about him?
Well, he was a good kid, younger. This was his first season, less experienced than the rest of us, but he, I don't know, he not good at sleeping on the land. I think he was up a few times during the night, every night, and something about dreams. And we all have bad dreams out there, and I mean sometimes more than normal, and especially after what's been happening. But after last night, yesterday we brought in the cattle closer so that they're not as spread out. So he was a good kid, just got mixed up in something, I guess.
You said he was having dreams. What sort of dreams was he? Did he mention the details of them to you?
We're not really sharing types, like they just said bad, and I mean, I don't know, we didn't say specifics.
Does he have a bunk here? Personal effects?
We all have rooms in the house, but we don't stay here most times. I mean, there are times when we're bringing in the cows for slaughter and we'll stay in the house, but it's more of an apartment. Yeah.
If you don't mind, you mentioned that many of you had dreams of some sort. Is that right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's awful strange. Multiple people having some bad dreams out there.
Most of our job is making sure that the cows don't stampede, they don't get taken out by coyotes, wolves, anything like that, don't wander off. It's not calm work, so it is stressful, and though sometimes staring out at the stars is peaceful, sometimes you dream of bad things. I don't know.
I understand having dreams about bad things, so feel free to share if you find yourself so inclined, but no pressure if not.
I mean, a little pressure. No offense, darling, but we are investigating a murder, and you said you're all having bad dreams. So, I mean, this is. If you're going to tell anybody, now's the time to give us some specifics.
Yeah, even the cows are having bad dreams.
Well, the night before last, it was like there was a lake of fire, like oil that was lit ablaze. There's a lot of woo and I don't know.
Like oohing as in like spooky or as in like painful?
Painful, but like, have you when you watch a show and they have a ghost and it's like ooh, like that.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And I know you said you're not the sharing type. Anybody else mention anything close to what you dreamed about?
I haven't heard any specifics of other people's dreams, but I know Two Fingers is he won't talk about it, but you might get something out of Terrence.
And why do they call him Two Fingers?
Because when he was 4 years old, he was helping his daddy with his tractor and lost 2 of his fingers in the engine.
You'd think they'd call him Three Fingers then.
How
That's
long have
not-
these dreams been going on?
I don't know, a couple nights. I mean,
Okay, so this is your second summer here, you said, right?
yeah. I mean,
So not every time that you've been out here, and not every time you take the cattle out. It's just recently.
yeah. I mean, within the last week, it's probably gotten the worst.
Is there a specific spot, anything like that, out there where you camp? You've experienced this?
Not specifically, but we were out in the western field the last couple days, so that's, you want to start anywhere, that's where you should start. That's where the body, that's where Harold was. We buried him out there. Didn't seem right.
It never does.
Never does.
I do not envy Mr. Clement having to tell his daddy.
Has that news been broken yet, or?
Not my business.
Oh, fair point.
Fair point. All right. Well, I guess we better head out then.
Are you saddling up, or?
Oh, no. Nope. I'm afraid of horses.
I'm not, but we're going to be taking ATVs just for maneuverability and not to put anything else in danger.
Yeah, we
Alright.
certainly want to make sure we're nice and speedy and not dilly-dallying or and nothing like that.
I mean, a horse is going to get you anywhere faster than an ATV. You have to go
Thank
around
you.
banks and.
Of course it. Okay,
Thank you.
look, of course it is. However, with the animal killing and the people killing, I'd rather not put a living thing at risk if we can help it while we're out there.
Absolutely. I'll gas him up for you.
I know I'm like the, morally repugnant one of this group. However,
Whoa.
I'm not going to put an animal's life at
Very
risk if I don't
uncommon
have
thing to
to.
say,
Just stalks
much
off
so.
and starts.
I wasn't going to say repugnant. I was just going to say questionable, but
She's a very kind heart.
I agree. She's always been a good big sister, for sure, for sure.
She's under the hood of both ATVs right now. Just
Yeah?
Can I do my beginning of a mystery roll?
Yes, you may. I'm sorry.
That's
Absolutely.
all right.
I
right.
will say, for everyone else in this game, Kevin, as the Flake, has taken the move that he can tell when people are lying. So if you lie, raise your hand and let us know that is happening.
I won't
right.
do that.
Thank you. All right, go
I
ahead.
appreciated it.
And, your role, you're not in this game, are you? You're in the other game.
I'm in the other game
Yeah.
currently.
So
Did you
just-
start a new game?
I did, and I put it in the chat. Is the first thing that's in there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the problem is that I wasn't paying attention. But I'm over here. I'll jump over to the other game
Okay.
after I do this roll.
Okay, you just tell me what it is.
All right. Oh,
Pull up the Flake.
you know what? I'm just going to use real dice so I can get a nice low number.
Okay.
Because I clicked a button and now things are loading. 7 plus 3 for my sharp. So
Okay.
10.
That's a 10. On a 10, you hold 3. You have your list of questions. You can spend your hold during the mystery and ask the keeper any of the following questions. Are there any you would like to start with?
At this point, no, I think I'll hold them for just
Okay.
right now since we're going someplace.
Okay.
All right.
All
Oh,
right.
you know what? Actually, can we backtrack to our conversation with Harris? And can I ask, is this person connected to current events more than they're saying?
Ooh, good question. Yes. Yes, they are. As in, they are they seem to be quite excited that you guys are here. Whether it is excitement of actually dealing with hunters, because he said he heard a lot about you. He likes grand stories. So he seems to be, he looked genuinely upset that someone had died. So he's not, it doesn't seem like, from your ability, he seemed like he was genuinely disheartened that that this was happening, but is excited that there is a story being told on, something happening on his land.
I'm getting big Jurassic Park vibes here. Right? Oh, it's a shame he died, but what are you gonna do?
I mean, to be fair, Val is sitting here thinking it's so questionable that they just buried this body without calling the cops out. And
That's
everything
me
else.
too.
Like,
I'm screaming in my
I've been
head,
sitting
like,
here
you
like-
didn't call the coroner? Like, nobody?
yeah, we just buried him on the back 40 and I haven't even told his parents yet. Like,
That's so scary, Old South. Like, I don't want to be here.
He really liked that part of the field. We just decided
I'm
to
ready
put
to
him there.
abandon
he liked
Yeah,
it so
right?
much he
This feels like a
spontaneously combusted
setup.
on
Yeah.
it.
All right.
Oh,
Anything
God.
else?
Uh-huh. No.
Okay. All right, you guys are gonna head out there. Stella will give you coordinates as to where he was found, and she's gonna tell you like about where he was buried. She'll give you a map of the land. It is a few, probably 40, 50 miles out in the field. So it's gonna take you all afternoon to get there. And as you guys are traveling, I think it's a good time for us to take a break. Go to the bathroom and do all that sort of stuff. So don't go no place unless it is to grab a drink, grab a friend, or take a little stretch. Take your medication. Do a stretch. Let's stretch out our backs today. My back's been nice and stiff. So get up, stretch your back, try and touch your toes, reach for the sky. Reach for the sky. And we'll be right back. Bye.
Bye.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Our hunters find themselves in the late afternoon out in the middle of the western field, where it is marked on the map where this man has passed away. You see Harris is already there. He has cut open one of the cows that is laying dead. There's about 10 of them around this area. He's kind of got like gloves on his hands that go all the way up, and as he hears the ATVs, he like perks up his head. His hat is resting on his head, and he kind of would love to wipe his brow, but now's not the time. You see him like wave with a knife in his hand. He's about 30 yards away from the place that is marked on the map. And as you approach, you see there is a section of the ground that's probably like 3 foot by 6 foot, a just charred space in the ground. The grass around it looks like it's been licked by fire. It's quite healthy for this time of year, as it is a field. It's not fall. It is still early enough that it's not dry. But you can see that there are, I won't say. You have to investigate a mystery for that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, fine then.
Well, I suppose maybe we
How
should
dare you make
investigate.
us roll?
Yeah, it's just like a tabletop game, so.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this
Yeah.
is what you see.
We're
What would you
supposed to
guys like to
roll
do?
here? I thought we were all just like hanging out and flirting.
Well, that's what we're doing.
But our
You keep-
characters.
Yeah, your
Oh
characters
yeah.
are
They're
also
like in a
flirting,
world.
but
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
I'll make a roll to
Okay.
investigate a mystery if that's all right.
Oh,
okie
right.
dokie.
How
Go
are you
ahead.
at that?
Pretty middle of the road.
All right, I'm gonna pay it backward. I'm gonna give you an extra die on that, and then LB can give me disadvantage on a roll later.
Oh,
Hell
shit.
yeah.
All right. Not upset by that.
No, you still only take your best two.
Mhm.
That would be a 12.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Investigate a
Damn.
mystery. So
Ooh,
on a
get it,
12
Jasper.
plus, or on a 10 plus, you hold 2, so you can ask 2 questions from this list. I'll just pop that out so you can see it. And then if you have something more pertinent, you can ask that as well.
In addition, because of Curse Eater,
Hmm.
I have Curse Whispers. When I
Mm.
investigate a mystery, I can also ask some other questions.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to start with one of those.
Okay.
What sort of curse is this?
Okay. You take a look at the charred remains of the grass that is on the ground. The flames that consumed this burned hot in a very specific area. It seems to be far away from where it's been marked on the map where they were camping. But as you're kind of looking around, you see that there are marks that kind of come up to this spot. There are small, like softball size circular indentations in the grass that are also charred. And it's some sort of pattern, some sort of path that has come up here. Not necessarily like people footprints, but it does seem like a trail of some sort as it came from a ways up towards this body. And you can tell from this char, you kind of pick up a piece of the grass. This seems very unnatural. I mean, obviously it's unnatural because there's fire in a very condensed area. Wasn't a flamethrower attack, but it doesn't seem like the flames were of a natural sort. It was like some creatures can, like a dragon can produce fire from its mouth, and it is a natural fire that it produces. This is unnatural. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So it is it's not necessarily a curse that we think of, that this man was cursed, but whatever this being was did this to him very specifically in a confined space and killed him in a very quick fashion.
It wasn't like pour on some accelerant and light it with a lighter kind of fire. It was whatever source was weird.
Yeah.
So sus fire was an okay thing to write on my notes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure I'm getting the wording right. Sus AF. Got it.
Did this fire seem to come from, let's say, below or perhaps above?
That's a good question. As you are looking, Jasper, at this burned space, underneath the dirt does not seem to be charred, so it does seem like it came from above.
I'll just sort of look up. Looks like it came from up above. My second question.
Mm-hmm.
What is being concealed here?
Ooh, okay. Good question. The let's see, what's being concealed here? As you are looking around and begin to make your sort of way, like in a circle motion around to try and find extra things, you see that this man, there is a cross that has been discarded. A necklace that had a golden cross on it that seems to be not ripped from, but taken off. The chain is long enough so that somebody could pull it over their head, but it seemed to be, I mean, it's not dainty in nature, so it was probably a male who was wearing this cross, and it looks like it was maybe tossed aside. And as you're looking more at the tracks on the ground, you see that the tracks leading up to it, the human tracks, whoever it was running. So whether it was discarded, it seems to be off to the side a little bit. Whether he threw it or it was lost in the travel, that's what you find.
I'll pick up the cross. Father, looks like he was a holy man.
Take a look at it. Anything, just a simple crucifix, nothing like.
Yeah, it has the lettering on it. That was it, like IN something.
JI.
whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems to be Catholic in nature. You would know that a lot of people in the South are religious, and this wouldn't be uncommon for ranchers, cowboys to wear a cross.
So why do you think this was to the side? Did he take it off? Did he before he died, or?
You don't mind my saying so. I'd like to think that he had it off of his neck, held out, in an attempt to ward off whatever was coming closer. Whether or not he tossed it, whether or not it was struck from his hand, that's sort of left for us to imagine, but...
So, if we're assuming that this was some sort of unholy creature, monster of some kind, either it had no effect, or it was knocked away purposefully so that it could get to its prey.
Both mighty possibilities. As an additional little thing, I would have had to. Okay, I'm gonna ask a question. If I discover a curse by any method matching one you've previously consumed, I can take another forward. I'm gonna leave that to you.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Like, yeah, not specifically this.
Okay. Well, well, whatever it is, had its time with our friend here.
Is there any indication of where it went after the fact? Or did it simply vanish?
You begin to follow these softball size prints off as this thing came up, fire, and then sort of walked away. As it walks away, the steps go from being bunched to fading away.
Like it picked up speed, or like it was no longer traveling on the ground?
Yeah, it no longer traveled on the ground, whether it disappeared or flew off into the sky. Hard to say. You can, I think that Jasper, you've been on the land before. You do know tracks.
Yeah.
Okay. These prints remind you of hoof prints. There's 4 legs traveling. The run pattern looks similar, and the walk pattern looks similar as well.
The last tracks before they're like not able to be perceived, are they a little bit more pronounced in the ground, almost as if something was taking off, or are they just getting lighter as we follow them?
They are getting lighter as you follow them.
Well, we got something on 4 limbs. Something that can make itself light enough it doesn't leave any tracks anymore.
Well, that's not my area of expertise.
No, yours is to hold on to objects and not know how dangerous they are.
Look, your attitude is unappreciated. When you need me to open a door that you can't get in, cursed or otherwise, you're going to be calling my ass.
I'll keep that in mind.
Are you a locksmith of some kind?
Actually, she's a tanner. She works in curing leathers.
Oh,
The cover was curator.
Curator.
It's not.
That's right.
Honey, we talked about this.
You're right. I forgot.
I know. It's okay.
I'm sorry.
I worked. I mean, I did actually work there, but that wasn't really my job. In Boston as an art curator at at the museum. But apparently here in small towns, curator is curing leather. That's not what I did. So this just in case that comes up again. Can we talked about this? I don't know
Well,
how to make leather, babe. I don't know what to tell you.
well, you said like a lot of like nice pieces.
Well, yeah, I was sending you nice things.
Well, I appreciate that. You're lovely. Um,
You're my baby brother. I'm trying to take care of you.
no, and you do excellent. Hey, we'll talk about this later, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Um, I'm gonna pick up some of the grass.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna float it off into the air and
Mhm.
lick a little bit. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna smell the smell of the burnt
You
stuff.
don't want to do that.
Well, I gotta smell it. I gotta know.
Oh, no. I'm not talking about you smelling. I'm talking about tasting it.
Oh no. Well, I'm not tasting the burnt grass. I'm tasting the normal grass.
Oh. My apologies.
Look, there's a method here.
I thought you were going to do something unwise.
No, I wouldn't. No. Well, when there's burnt stuff, does it smell like sulfur?
Ooh, good question. It does not smell like sulfur.
Definitely aliens then. All right. Well, looking at all this stuff, can I ask you, LB, when and where will the next critical event occur?
Ooh,
from
good
my
question.
holds?
As you are doing this, you feel you kind of hear like a trampling in the grass, and you feel like as you're bending over, a wet thing sort of go into your not into, but like go onto your ear as you feel a dog sniffing at your ear. A border collie has roamed up to you, and he is very excited he starts licking your face as a horse rides up. The man riding a black horse. This man is older gentleman, has taupe skin that has been tanned by the sun. His salt and pepper hair is long and pulled back into a ponytail at the nape of his neck with some brown string. He's wearing a dirty grayed shirt that has a symbol on it with interlacing lines in somewhat of a hashed form. The weathered lines on his face have caught dirt in them, deepening the wear marks that make him look much older than he probably is. And he sort of dismounts as he said, "Homer!" And he like whistles. The dog immediately comes to his side. He approaches all of you, and he says, "Name's Terrence. I'm the head hand here, and I've been told by Mr. Harris," and he like nods his head towards the man who is elbows deep in this cow. He's been told to answer your questions. What can I answer?
Mr. Terrence, you're the last one that saw Harold alive, right?
Found him, and yes, I was the last one. He was supposed to be keeping watch at night.
And you were keeping watch, and then you left before.
Well, I went to sleep. Yeah.
Anything odd that you noticed in the moments prior to Harold's disappearance?
Not prior. I was very much asleep. It was a long day of riding and wrangling the cattle, but there was something strange the night before. Out up on the north side of the ridge, I thought I saw a fire. We went up that way. Didn't see anything when we were up there, just little scorch marks, but well, as we were riding back, I thought I saw a meteor, something moving fast across the ground. It wasn't in the sky, of course, but I don't know how else to describe it, and it just kind of blinked out of existence. I tried to go find it, but it was late and it gets quite dark out here.
Like a ball of fire?
Not like a ball, but the best I can describe, yeah.
And it just sort of popped out, just disappeared from sight.
Faded, I would say.
Hmm.
Better description.
Color me curious. Any other sort of weirdness happen here prior to this? Any unexplained sightings, weirdness, that sort of thing?
Indian burial grounds.
Not here. We did check for that before we settled the land, but want to be respectful as we can, of course. No.
Very unwhite of you.
Thanks. This is an LB game. We're respectful.
Sorry. I just came out.
Very unwhite of you.
Fantastic.
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna mute myself now.
Nothing like that. Just some. I think after that, while I was, sleeping, there was some strange visions of fire from the memory, I believe. I'm not much into dream analysis, but
You dreamed of fire? Care to go into more detail?
it was like a streak moving across, like I saw during the day, was leaving a trail behind it, like a wall of fire.
And just humor me. Did you hear anything? Remember hearing anything in this dream of yours?
He kind of looks over to Mr. Harris or to Harris, and Harris like nods to him from the distance, and I heard the sound of my wife's voice. She seemed to be in some sort of trouble.
That's mighty terrifying. Is she all right?
Yeah, I was able to get a hold of her. She lives in town. Usually I spend most of my time here, and she understands that. I go home once a weekend and see her, and she's fine.
Interesting.
Sir, if you don't mind me asking, would something happening to your wife be your worst fear? Since you're not there all the time?
As far as fears go, it's a pretty big one. There's a lot of
Is there
things out
anything
here.
else in life that would make you more afraid?
Honestly, I can't say that there is.
Well, I can understand, like if you're a traditionalist, being there to protect your kin is top of the list. So
I'm very aware that my wife does not need me for protected. She's a
Right.
hell of a shot with a non-gauge, but
if something were to happen and you weren't there, that would be, your biggest fear, you would say.
of course.
Okay. Thank you.
Anything else?
You're positive you didn't see a UFO?
Not tonight, no.
Oh, a different time then?
Well, a couple years back, there was this one thing I saw. I don't think it's related, but being out here, you see shooting stars and planes and all that sort of thing. This was different. Big. Ring of lights.
All right, all right.
As the alien talk starts, Father Doyle is going to wander over to Mr. Clement.
Petey will follow you.
Now, would you say that it was like a concentric circle of lights, or was it just like straight out the side there?
I too would like to follow to check out Mr. Clement.
You guys can fade. We'll have this conversation.
I think it was more. It seemed oblong in its rotation.
A cigar shape, of course. Yeah. All right. All right. Well, this is This is good information. I'll be the judge whether or not it's relevant.
Kevin pulls out like 16 different notebooks to get the right colored notebook that has his alien notes in it. Like, that's what I'm imagining.
It's blue. Alien notebook's blue.
The alien
Yeah.
notebook is blue, like a baby blue. He's taking down notes in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is the Robin Dick blue.
Detailed
That's not the right one.
sketches, you know.
Just muttering to myself, be like, it's not at all that I imagine God's chosen to be, but I suppose he works in mysterious ways.
There's
You
no
guys
wrong
walk
way to see
over to-
God.
You guys walk over to Mr. Clement, and he is
Got her. Sorry.
taking off the gloves and placing them in a bag that he has next to him. He kind of wipes his brow as you all approach. Do you find anything interesting you want to share?
Maybe some things. Curious what you found first, though.
Well, it seems that not often something I see in cattle, especially this young, but it looks to be some sort of aortic palpitation, some sort of heart attack. At least in this one. I haven't gotten to the others yet. No physical marks on them from what I can see, but damn things got scared to
imagine-
death.
Yeah, I was about to say, I imagine you keep your herd in pretty good health. So
Try to.
heart attacks can't be common amongst them.
No, not even when they're chased by wolves, but it does happen from time to time.
If you don't mind, I apologize, Father. Just one quick question, if you don't mind. How many did you lose again?
About 10.
All on the same night as the
It
death.
seems so. They're all, and he kind of like points. You can see that they're all very close in this area, within probably like 30 feet, just kind of scattered around.
And forgive my manners, but nothing else weird has happened on your land previous to this incident. No earthquakes, no weird natural disasters, no, prairie fires, no losing cattle to a random predator, nothing.
There are natural disasters from time to time. We do get tornadoes,
Right, it's Arkansas.
but no, nothing that has warranted me calling in the likes of y'all and in my time here now.
Well, the way, as Jasper here describes it, some sort of hooved creature breathed fire down on Harold and then disappeared. Either flew off or vanished.
Something like a demon?
Let's hope
Well.
not.
My experience with demons is much different than this. This seems
They usually don't mess with livestock.
it could be a manifestation of perhaps instead of possessing a person, maybe one of your herd.
Maybe if they're bored, but there seem to be a lot of people around here to mess with, especially the tourists that aren't used to being out here. And
Well, excuse me for stepping on your business, your expertise. Don't spooky things usually happen at night?
They can
not
happen
always.
any times of the day.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Well, no, we haven't had anything happen closer to, as you know, on your ride out. It's quite far from the home, and we only have, there's farmland off to our west. North is where the river is, and to the south ain't nothing but more cattle ranches.
This friend of yours who passed on, did he have a horse
It is.
of his own?
Hmm.
Is he being used at this time, or
No, he was left back at the camp as far as I'm aware.
All right. I may need to swing back there for just one quick little moment, but this heat is just kind of bearing down on me a little bit.
I understand. You see him, he takes off his flannel. He's got sort of the cut-off sleeved shirt, and he's like, it's about to cool off here. Sun's setting in about 2 hours, so I can bring camping gear out if you'd like to stay the night.
I'd say it's not a bad idea.
That seems to be our best option for witnessing this firsthand.
Camping.
Oh,
All right.
now it comes clear. You're a city girl.
I mean, I grew up in the country, but I have become accustomed to the city and its amenities.
Hey,
Well, ma'am, I do have a spare apartment at the house if you'd like to spend your night there
No,
as well.
we're staying out here. We're staying out here. I'm just gonna complain about it, and they're gonna have to listen to it.
I think you'll survive roughing it for one night.
Oh, no, one way to survive it.
I'll have
Yeah.
him bring out some supplies for you, some sleeping bags, and would you prefer a tent, miss?
No, it's fine. Under the stars and all.
Hmm.
I don't think we're gonna be getting much sleep.
probably not.
Well, it's Jasper. Like, well, I just meant we were working.
Oh, I was on this. Yeah. I
Well,
got it now.
I see where you're looking.
if
She's
if
like
you
whispering to each other. Like,
if
it's
you'd
like
prefer
real
one
quiet.
of us to stay out here with you, I can.
Oh
have you-
no! I promise, honey, I'm the most dangerous thing out here.
Yes, ma'am.
Then again, if you're fancy a night out, just be aware if this thing shows back up, it might get a little dangerous.
Heated.
If you don't need me, I will tend to all the animals back at the farm.
Yeah. I'd like to swing by his horse real quick. Just check on something, if that's all right.
Sure. Absolutely. I'll have those things brought out, and I'll have well, why don't I have Tim come out here and he can bring you the horse and the supplies.
Perfect. Sounds good.
All right. You
So
see
you
him.
see my horse riding cowboy just came in on.
Mr. Clement saddles up on his horse and he takes off riding. The dog, Homer, follows him as Terrence will follow. They'll come back in about an hour or so.
In that hour, I'd like to, in my gear,
Mm-hmm.
I have a grimoire of wardings and defenses.
Ooh.
I like imagining that it is just like a small notebook of just stuff that he sort of picked up
Sure.
across his hunts and whatnot. So I'd like to spend a little bit more time around these tracks, around where this fire was sort of centralized at, just to see if there's any additional thing, any information I could pick up beyond the naked eye.
Okay. So you are going to use your grimoire to try. Are you trying to put down wards?
I'd like to put down some wards.
Okay. Why don't we use magic to do so?
Maybe I will.
Please do. Roll me
Great.
plus weird.
Maybe I
Cujo.
will.
Do it.
I will.
Coward.
Wow. Plus weird. I'll roll plus weird if I want. That's 8.
Okay. This is going to work. There it is going to have a glitch. Would you like to pick the glitch?
I will say that I'm going to take 1 harm.
Okay. Yeah. What does it look like as you are putting down these wards?
I imagine that it might not be enough to count as corruption or anything like that. But weirdly enough, I imagine that similar to Fionn, who has a flask of holy water, Jasper has a flask of not so holy water that he just sort of ingests when he needs a little bit of magical juju to
Sure.
activate some smaller, more mundane rituals or anything. So he's going to sort of walk around that perimeter and periodically drink a little bit, like savor it. And then when he opens his mouth, there's just this teeny little bit of smoke that sort of like lays low to the ground and then disappears from sight.
Okay.
Just from time to time around that perimeter.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to do before the supplies come?
Oh, nope. I don't think he saw an alien, though.
No?
No. After talking to him, he said that it went from east to west, and everybody knows that aliens only travel west to east.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, everybody knows that.
Everybody knows that.
We all know
that's
that.
pretty good.
And now
I walked
you know
back
that.
humming "Wannabe" by the Spice Girls, the number 13 song of the year. That's sketchy. Anyway, what, we're camping out here?
You have any other suggestions?
No, I like camping. Sometimes I'll just, I used to bike cross country. So, I'll just sleep anywhere. Well, we should probably take watches 2 by 2 at the very least. And make dinner.
I want to try one thing.
All right.
And I'll wait for his horse to be brought over, along with the supplies and all that stuff.
Yeah, the rest of you begin to get your supplies, and this gentleman who approaches is a taller man. He is middle-aged with a warm sepia skin, short black hair that fades down to a thick beard covering his chin. He wears a tan cowboy hat that matches his tan flannel, sleeves fully extended. Tan cowboy boots, well-maintained but covered in a layer of dirt. On his left hand, he is missing his pinky and ring finger. Seem to be cut off. Yep. Introduces himself as Tim Buford to the rest of you. The horse is brought up. This is a painted horse. It has white splotches with brown and like darker brown spots.
I greet Mr. Buford, and if you don't mind, I'd just like to sort of take a gander at the horse just for a quick moment.
Yeah, whatever you need.
I would then like to use magic again.
Okie dokie, let's roll for it. And what are you trying to do?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and use a luck point.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your luck special?
You develop a permanent mark related to one of your consumed magics.
Okay. You want to tell me what that is?
I imagine his right arm, it's got some stereotypical tattoos, but there's some that just look a little out of place, like an old rune or something like that. As Jasper approaches and again takes a swig from that flask, another one appears that looks like an animal skull that just sort of manifests on his bicep.
Okay.
And it almost looks like it's burned into the skin before it fades down and looks like a tattoo.
Okay.
I am trying to communicate with something that you do not share a language with.
Very
I want to
cool.
know what this horse saw.
Absolutely. You horse whisper this thing. It seems a little uncomfortable by you at first, and you kind of you lock eyes with it. You hear in the back of your head some quiet southern music begin to play as it kind of like stops freaking out and stares at you very intently, and it seems like it is understanding you and calms.
All right. Just here to find out about your buddy. Sorry. I know it's not easy losing a rider. Could you tell me anything that you saw? Anything?
He says, the campfire was moving. Not ours, in the distance. It was traveling, and everyone became restless. The cows, the horses, everyone. And my master, he went looking for it. He went after it and told me to stay. And I listen when they speak. He walked towards it. He held something shiny in his hand. And as it approached him, he began to not scream. Scream isn't right, no sound. But he made the face, and then he began to run towards it. He threw the shiny as he ran, and it made a fire on him. And he stopped moving.
Did you hear anything when this fire came towards him?
Neighing, like one of us. But it was not one of us. I do not know it. It scared me. But I did not run. I stayed.
Do you have any dreams recently?
What is a dream?
When you go to sleep at night and you sort of see things.
We do not sleep the same way you do. We are always aware. But I felt fear every night. Fear.
About how long? How many suns or moons?
3 moons.
What did your master call you?
My name?
Your name.
Frederick.
It's a pleasure, Frederick.
He snorts and nuzzles you.
All right. I'll let the magic wear off, and similar to before, there'll be just like in his breath, more of that smoke. Just That's good, Frederick. He'll sort of pat right along his snout and go and join the others and share what he learned. You know, Edie, you might have been onto something. With the
Doesn't
worst...
sound right.
Trust me, threw me for a loop too, but that worst fear question. What made you ask that one? What spoke to you?
Well, I mean, it was just the way he was talking about his wife and how he only gets to go home on weekends. And I know what it's like to be away from family and worried about them all the time. And, you know, I mean, something happening while you're not there and you can't protect them feels like worse fear territory. Especially when you know what goes bump in the night.
There's
Impressive.
talk
Oh,
of nightmares amongst the cowfolk,
Rangers.
rangers, however you call them. I'm not sure exactly
Rangers.
what they're referred to. Had me thinking of mare is a double entendre, meaning female horse, but it's also a type of demon. It causes bad dreams, things like this. So perhaps we weren't off thinking something along those lines.
I mean, I I don't want to be the one to like connect dots that shouldn't be connected because I'm not that sibling. That's usually Kevin's territory.
Mhm.
However, did anyone else? Maybe it's just my history. But there was that Greek urn,
Mhm.
very valuable, that was protected in the house. And some sort of winged horse. Sounds like something from Greek mythology. Am I on a track, Kevin? Pick it up. If you feel like I'm on a track, this isn't usually my
Sure.
area. But are there winged devil horses in Greek mythology? That's not really my area of expertise. I just see and appraise and clock for later.
Mhm. Well, have you ever heard the legend of Sleepy Hollow? Right? Ichabod
Ichabod
Crane.
Crane?
Ichabod Crane, you got it right there. So there's a guy, right? Loses his head, then he's got a pumpkin head. Well, his horse, that horse had hooves that were on fire. And there are versions of the tale that says that said horse can fly. And let's say as the hoof prints lighten up. Now that wasn't a winged horse, but it just kind of runs up into the sky. And they're usually on fire. So I don't think that would be inappropriate to prepare for.
Well, while we think about that, something else we got to talk about. And this is going to bring us a lot closer, but we need to be prepared for this thing to show up as whatever our worst fear is going to be. So, who wants to start?
Not it.
All right. Well, since I was little, now outside of my house, well, first off, the government coming for me, number one. But in a more real sense, outside there was, you remember
Too
that
true.
street? That's that street lamp, right? That used to flicker on and off in the middle of the street. I'd used to sit up at night and I'd stare out there, and I was sure that one of the times it flicked off and then back on again, that there'd be just a somebody standing there, and then it would flick off and flick on again. It'd be closer and closer each time until finally it would be right outside my window watching me. That or just, the ocean.
About horses, you did say that you're afraid of horses.
Yeah, but that's more like a healthy respect. I'm afraid of like heavy traffic since I got hit by that bus.
Alligators. Since
Yeah,
they're like
yep.
nature's perfect predator. Yeah,
Mhm.
no, I get it.
Yeah.
Healthy respect versus actual fear.
Yeah. And we got to pick one. I mean, there's a lot of shit to be scared of.
Yep.
All right. Father?
I mean, if you wish to go first, you're more than welcome.
Edie, the other time we interacted, that thing you had,
Uh-huh.
there was something in it.
Right.
And in order for it to be dealt with, I sort of took it into me. It's sort of like eating it. It tastes like shit, but it prevents whatever it's doing from hitting or harming anybody else. My fear is that there's going to be a time when I try to do that with something that's a little too strong, and that corruption gets a little too much, and I kind of lose myself to it. I try to only do a little bit where I can, but there you go. I just fear what I become if I do too much. Also, ducks.
Mm.
Fuck ducks. Angry sons of bitches.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've overarching theme so far has been points at Jasper not being able to save everyone and existential horror. Points at Kevin.
Maybe.
Okay. Father.
I mean, it was flying. If man were meant to fly, would have been given wings. So I've never been a fan of planes or being up in the air.
Falling
Is that the
heights?
truth?
That was not the truth.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like the truth. I mean,
I give him a real good
Well,
look.
no. Kevin knows that's not the
this.
truth.
Yeah, well, Kevin knows it's not the truth. So as soon as Kevin says something, Edie,
Does Kevin say
I
something?
said that as me, as Jake, not
Okay.
as Kevin.
Oh,
But I
okay.
do give him a real good look, and I just slowly shake my head just a little bit right at the old Padre there.
I feel like
He avoids eye contact with you.
Ooh.
I feel okay. I have a thing. I have a I'm real good in charm. So I can manipulate another hunter.
Ooh.
So I am going to I guess I'll roll for it since it's against another hunter. If that's kosher. And say, now, Father, are you being honest as a man of the cloth? Is that really your deep-seated fear in the depths of your soul? And we'll see if I'll get it with my charm roll. Oh, it's a 9. So on a 9, you get to mark experience if you do what I ask, which would be to tell us the truth.
Huh.
According to manipulate someone rules.
Do I want the XP? It's a good question.
Just in case we pop back into this game in another month or two for funsies.
I'm just going to go ahead and say that I really hope we do because I'm having way too much fun with these characters. Okay,
Yeah. Like I'm ready to just like yes, free next Wednesday.
I'm gonna pull an RJ LB if it's okay and do a good boy roll.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Is RJ not? Is that not something that he does in other games that he's in? Or is it
Apparently
only me
not.
that he does. Oh my god. Okay. I was just going to. Yeah, I'm just gonna say odds and evens.
Oh, I see. I see what you're doing.
Okay. I didn't say out loud what I was gonna, which one was which, but in my head, evens was gonna be to take the XP, or odds was gonna be to take the XP. Okay. I think the father looks at you, sees like out of the corner of his eye, Kevin like shaking his head, says, I don't know if this exercise is really necessary in all of this, but fine, since everyone else is being upfront. I suppose it's a bit cliche, but my greatest fear would
Likely be the eternal damnation of my soul in the pit for actions taken before I took up the cloth. And
Dang.
that is the most I will say on the matter.
Spoken like a man who's seen blood.
Caused too much for one lifetime, I suppose.
Well, since I'm the only one who hasn't shared their greatest fear, I guess mine kind of leads into it. When my deal comes due, my biggest fear is that Kevin, my baby brother, won't be taken care of. Because that's what I've been working towards, to make sure that even if I'm not here, he's okay.
I'm telling you, it's not going to happen. We got a great lawyer who's working on your case, and we're going to come through. We're going to figure it out, okay? We got months left.
Wait, so you weren't kidding when you said deal with the devil?
Oh, yeah, himself, capital H.
You've entered into a contract with the adversary.
That is correct.
But
What
we're
would you-
working on it.
What would possess you to do such a thing?
Crazy mama, deadbeat daddy wanted to make sure that my baby brother was taken care of. I mean, deals have been struck for less, Padre.
Suppose so. Still a heavy burden to bear. Knowing that you're doomed to eternal hellfire as a result.
I mean, do you have family?
Some.
Then you know what you would do for them.
I'm not casting judgment.
Let's just say that I want to enjoy my time while I'm here, because hell is either going to be a real big party or it's going to be an eternity of pain and suffering that I can't even fathom with my mortal mind. So one or the other, and either way, time here is time here.
I can assure you it's the latter.
Well, have you been there yourself? Because until I meet someone who has been that isn't a demon because they are known to lie, then I will I'll just experience it myself when I get there. But
He doesn't answer, but it gives you a look of extreme pity.
Well, all right, but to be fair, we got things in the work. You know, we stopped the apocalypse that one time. I feel like
yeah,
that's
no,
going to be some
absolutely.
pull
I
in the
mean,
right
like,
direction.
you know, there are, you know, as Kevin says, things in the work that might, you know, raise the deal, and you know, contracts are contracts. There's always loopholes. You never know.
Wait. Hold on. We're gonna rewind just a little bit. Did you say you stopped the apocalypse?
Well, we kind of put it on pause, I guess. There's one of them horsemen. He's kind of stuck in a concrete box.
And you can't have an apocalypse without 4 horsemen.
Yeah, exactly. There was a horn. There was some chaos. I got shot with a big old bolt of arrow lightning. Man, that was bad. I almost died.
I'm gonna.
Defined by is ordained by God to be instrumental in stopping the apocalypse.
Yeah. So I
I'm
mean,
sorry, what?
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 Have I not mentioned that to you before? I feel like
You guys hear on the wind.
We're just all sitting around a campfire.
Oh,
just
what?
like, what? What?
I
Please
made
help
it
me
through
move
that.
along, or else we'll
Well,
miss the
just
rest
for
of
all
the
night.
campaign.
We'll
The
be here
sound-
next Wednesday.
Well, you hear the sound of a ghastly whinny on the wind.
Ah, shit. We didn't do anything to get ready for this. All right.
You didn't do anything to get ready for this.
I didn't do
You
anything
didn't
to
do
get ready
anything
for
right.
this.
I'm ready for this. I'm naturally ready for this.
I got sugar cubes.
That's why I wanted the ATVs, baby. Driver.
You see off in the distance a light, like a torch, probably about a mile away, moving slowly across the horizon.
That may
Just-
be our...
Everybody steal yourselves. Whatever you see emanate from whatever the hell this is. It's just trying to get in your head.
Are we trying to lure it over here?
Let's see where it's heading.
Oh,
You hear the engine rev on one of the ATVs.
that's not ideal.
As the sound breaches the air and the engine starts this sort of dieselish thumping, the flicker off in the distance seems to stop and change direction as it begins to head towards your group.
Well, I have one idea.
Y'all want me to head on?
I mean, there's that. I did put down some little wards here and there, but that will only delay it. I could try and send it back, but that's going to take a minute.
I can also banish it.
We can try to buy you some time.
Yeah.
Well, Padre, you want to do a tag team banishment? Or would my involvement taint your attempt, if you will?
I think it is the intent that matters more than the doing of such.
If only you could just tell that to your brothers and sisters or uncles. I don't know how the other clergy work when you're referring to each other, but you just
Is it a
pass
union?
around.
Is it brothers and sisters? And she's ushering everybody into the back of the ATV. Like,
Shotgun.
is it like a union? Just putting all their bags of their like necessary equipment that she's clocked because she clocks all important things like into the back of the ATV really fast. That's why she got it in the first place. And she hops in the driver's seat and makes Kevin buckle a seatbelt, and then we take off towards the.
There's no seatbelts.
He puts on his bike helmet.
There's a seatbelt. ATVs, off-road vehicles have them.
Okay. In the
Okay.
90s, they didn't invent safety tools until
There
the
was no seatbelts in
2000s.
the 90s.
Okay.
Safety
this is
didn't
you're right. It's
exist
not
in
the
the
80s.
90s,
It's
guys.
not the 80s.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I have family members who've been riding off-road ATVs for a long time on ranches, so I'm assuming that's what they're having. Then my brain,
Yeah.
in my brain space,
You guys are loading up. Are you taking one or two?
one,
Okay.
two. Like I'm assuming like 2 seats, and then like the back, and then like the 2 in the back that are doing the like banishing divine things are like holding on to a roll bar in the back.
Okay. I was picturing more like basket in the back sort of situation, but I like this. We'll roll
I like
with it.
standing up, roll bar in the back, holding on to it.
Yeah.
Like kind of, it's much more like Mad Max.
Yes, fair.
And
Real quick-
I took driver, so I
Okay.
get +1 ongoing while I'm driving a vehicle.
Okay.
Real quick question for our
Mhm.
Game Master. When this thing manifests and we hear it, can I sense if there's anything that I can absorb in our immediate vicinity because this thing has now presented itself?
Ooh, no. It doesn't
Okay.
seem to have any effect at a distance like this,
Okay.
as
all right.
it is still
Interesting.
quite far away.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Game
and just to let-
Master.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I was going to do my last hold, so if you have a
Okay.
question.
No, it was not a question. I was letting Jasper know how my thing worked because I assumed you were to figure out what we were gonna do. But
Yeah.
Use your
But
hold.
I
Let's
figured,
go.
yeah, let's
Sure.
spend the last one.
Mhm.
What does the monster want from this person? This person being us.
Us. Yeah, as it is heading towards you, you have learned that this thing is bringing about nightmares. It is preying on fear. And it seems to, with this, as it's running towards you, you can see the flames on its body. Whatever it is from this distance, the sort of like black void and then just fire. It is heading towards you. It does not look friendly, obviously, and it is looking to consume.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to have a hunger as it comes towards you.
Oh, don't let it catch us.
So yeah, I was gonna say, were you gonna be use magic to banish, or did you have a move or something?
As weird as it sounded, my plan was to engage this thing head on, and if anybody got hurt by it, I would absorb the harm and turn it into corruption so that I can then use magic without using any like materials or anything like that.
Got it. Yeah,
I'm just driving.
I have cast out evil as one of my moves, so I can banish something, but I don't get to choose where it goes. So it's more of a temporary fix than as like
Got it.
one for us. So
Okay.
I can more use that if things go bad.
Sure.
So
All right. So Jasper, sounds like we need bait. I'll be bait.
Oh, Kevin, I wouldn't ask you to do that. I mean,
All right.
we don't
I'm
know
gonna
how.
I'm gonna use my move contrary, which gives me +1 ongoing if I don't listen to somebody. They're like, big old spiders crawling on my face. Just start yelling out things I'm scared of.
Okay.
+1 ongoing for being contrary and +1 ongoing for just driving a vehicle. And that's the front
Alright.
seat. That's what's happening in the front seat currently.
Okay. All right, you guys make
I'm
your
Tokyo drifting, and he is screaming his fears.
Starts
Ripping my
blaring from the
pants at a
speakers.
I'm naked in public.
Why does this thing have nos? Wasn't expecting that.
Okay, you guys are going to hit this thing head on. You see, as you are riding, you could hear the sound of like thudding hooves as this thing comes towards you, and as you get closer to it, it looks to be like it's getting closer than you expect, but you notice very quickly that this thing is bigger than a horse. It is like probably 9 feet tall at the shoulders. This thing is huge. It has red glowing eyes. Its mane is fully engulfed in fire, as its hooves and tail are as well. And as it exhales, you see gas coming out of its nostrils as it is heading towards you. And as it does, you see it sort of rear its head up and then like sort of fling it down, and a line of fire emerges from it heading directly towards you guys. What would you like to do?
Press the driver to not get hit by the fire.
Yeah.
Don't get hit by the fire. Don't get hit by the fire.
Edie, do you
I
want to
can-
act under pressure for this, please?
Yes, I would like to act under pressure to avoid the fire.
Mm-hmm. get
Which is
+1?
what? Plus cool. Then I would get my +1 going forward. So let me roll that. Ooh, that's a 5. That's a failure.
Okay, that's with all the additions? Goodness.
Yep.
Okay.
I had a +1 to cool and the +1. That's still
Oh.
a failure.
Could I use my pay it backwards ability to give her an extra die roll?
Do you have to do it beforehand?
I don't know.
Give
Give
yourself-
her. Yeah, it says give him advantage, so probably.
Okay. I'm gonna say no, but Edie, you do have luck if you'd like to use it. I don't know how many luck you've used before.
I've used 0 luck so
Okay.
far. So I'll use luck. I'll mark it. When I mark luck, I trigger my playbook's luck special. My luck special is that someone from my past will reappear in your life. Period. Soon.
Mhm.
Period.
Okay.
Pop up right in front of the AC.
My arch nemesis.
The devil.
Hey!
It's me.
No, my
the
arch
devil.
My arch nemesis is actually I've written this. My arch
Yeah.
nemesis is the other burglar.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
that I only steal things now just to fuck this person over.
Hell
I
Just
yeah.
kinda
out
like
of
'em.
spite. She's petty as hell.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, you with a 12 you avoid the danger. So what do you do to avoid this? It's like a line of, it's like almost like dragon fire, like a line of fire.
Tokyo
that's heading-
Drift, girl. She just like is there an e-brake on an ATV? I've never driven
This
one. I've only
one,
ridden in
yeah.
them. Yeah, she just like pulls the e-brake and drifts just like right just to the right of this
Mhm.
fire. Like just like it's skirting the edge of it. Everyone can feel the heat coming off of this like wall of fire that this thing breathes. And then she just like whips a quick 180 and just is like now following this thing as it's like, you know,
Okay.
she's in its wake now.
All right. As you do so, you see that smoke coming from its nostrils. It begins to linger as it exhales, and a smog, a fog, nope, a cloud of
Smog of
smoke,
fog.
a smog of fog approaches as you are behind it. It just kind of wafts over all of you. And I'd like you all to make an act under pressure, please.
This one's better.
Was that cool?
This is super cool.
It's typical.
Ah, cool. Not good.
Tis a 9.
Also a 9.
Everyone got it?
9.
What did I get?
A 4.
Ah, 4.
4?
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Oh
well,
boy.
I'll take that experience.
All right. Everyone, you begin to feel your greatest fears coming over you. Father, you begin to feel the flames of hell lick at your feet as demons begin to reach out and try and grab you in this chase. Rachel, what was yours?
Oh, just
Oh.
not being able to make sure Kevin was protected
Yeah.
before I died.
That's fair. We'll get to that. Cujo, Jasper, what was yours?
The idea of losing myself to the corruption.
Okay. You start to look down at your hands, and you can feel this sort of black veins appear on your hands, moving up into your arms. You can all choose to shake this off by taking a harm, or let it linger and not take the harm. Kevin is
Do you
different.
have to? Do you have to? Do
Yeah.
you have to?
If
let it
I
go?
have 1 armor holy, would
Mhm.
that avoid the damage?
It would not.
Okay.
Mm.
There's a reason
Emotional
for that.
damage.
Yeah, it's emotional. Kevin.
Emotional damage.
You begin to see lights behind you,
Oh,
red and blue,
okay. Oh, God.
as
Forgot.
as the horse quickly becomes an FBI van.
Oh, damn
They
it.
are gaining on you, and they are coming after this car. Your best course of action is to bail.
Oh. Don't worry, I got this. And I jump out the side.
I don't even, Rachel, whether you
Can
take
I
the harm or-
wait? Yeah. Hold
or
on a
not.
second. Yeah. Because of how Kevin reacted, does that just snap me out of it? Or like him
The-
jumping out of the car, my worst fear.
This is
post-it?
happening. It's literally happening.
Like my worst fear is happening. Like, do I have to make a roll for this, or can I just like hit the e-brake and like
You
scoop
can-
him up?
You can, I think, I will say that you don't have to make the choice because your greatest fear is literally happening.
Okay.
So you can choose to stop the vehicle if you'd like, but Kevin has ducked and rolled out of the car, out
Yeah.
of the ATV.
Yeah, I'm stopping to get Kevin back into the vehicle or to try to like pull myself out of this.
Okay.
Do I have to make a roll to pull myself out of the because my worst fear is happening, or
I don't
is
think
because
so.
it's happening
because-
in real time
Yeah,
without the fear?
Yeah,
I
it's
can
not.
just, like,
It's not even that
like-
this is taking over you anymore. It is literally happening. So you don't. It is just happening. You don't have to pull yourself out of
It
it.
ignored you because it was like, oh, your greatest fear. I'm
He's
gonna do it
literally-
Yeah, I
anyway,
got it.
so-
I got
Yeah.
this. Yeah. Val and Cujo, did you choose to take the harm or?
I'm gonna take the harm.
Okay.
What was the alternative again?
you believe you are being taken over by the corruption.
I'll take the harm.
Okay. As the car stops, you guys see the horse this is a flaming horse that is this nightmare, if you will, that is running in front of you. You see it flicker and it fades from existence. You can see on the ground there are still those flame marks, and you can see them kind of pull off to the side and do a wide turn. And as it comes back and begins to come back towards you, the horse reappears. I will say this, Father Doyle, that's not how demons work. They can pop in and out of existence, but this is functioning a lot more like a ghost than it is like a spirit more than a demon. And you don't have the smell of sulfur. The weird thing about that is, you know that nightmares are demons. This is, by all definition, the thing that you believe to be a nightmare, but it is not behaving like a normal demon. It doesn't seem to have the same qualities. It's more like an echo of one.
Oh. Interesting. Okay.
But it is going to head towards you, Kevin. You are in the bush. The cop car has moved around and is searching for you.
Nobody taught me how to pay my taxes.
Can I
roll
do
to manipulate Kevin?
You can try, yeah.
Okay. I'd like to roll my charm to manipulate Kevin.
Okay.
That's
Hey.
an 11.
All right. You jump out of the car to go shake your brother out of this. As you're doing that, those in the car, is there anything
You do
you'd
what
like
I
to do?
ask.
I
That's what it
would
says.
like to make
And
a
you get to
roll.
mark experience, and you
Oh, great.
and get plus. Yeah, they mark experience and get +1 forward because I'm telling you to just get back in the car.
If you do the thing.
If you do the thing.
I have to do the thing, though.
You
I
don't
think
have to.
You don't have
You
to.
don't have to,
Yeah.
but you're gonna.
But
yeah.
you trust your sister.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If you do what I ask, you mark experience and get +1 forward.
Cool, great. I thought I rolled my ankle anyway. Let's get back in. That was
Yeah,
dumb.
Edie just grabs Kevin by the face and says, "Just get in the car, Kevin."
This is why I wear the helmet. All right, here we go.
I would like to do something, and following up on that information, it's like,
Yeah.
this is weird. Can I read about situation?
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. Can I pay this one backward?
Sure.
All right, cool.
How are
get
you
advantage.
helping?
How am I helping?
Mhm.
I read about this. These are prairie ghosts.
Okay.
Greek prairie ghosts.
Stop playing this game.
My God. All right,
Everyone call in
so-
sick for tomorrow.
So I'm gonna roll, and then I roll another die that I can then
Correct.
replace with them.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not very good at. Oh,
Oh
Okay.
I don't know how much it's gonna help, but I roll
You
another
could roll a
D6.
6.
If I roll a 6 on this, that's a 3. So that only brings me up to a 5.
6.
No, because I'm replacing one of the 2s. Because I rolled a 2.
Oh.
Oh yeah, so sorry. I rolled a 6. Yeah, you're correct.
Thank
Which
you.
is still failure, right?
It is, but if Jasper wants to help, he can help you and make it a partial success.
I was muted. Yes, I would like to help.
Okay. So go ahead and
Is it-
roll plus sharp.
Oh, shit.
You have to roll for it. That's
I would
why
like
you
to
don't
help.
just do it.
Okay, well, the first one was a 3. Not a good sign.
Okay.
no.
Ah. Oh my god. That's the second time my die fell off of my table. Don't
Not a
judge
good
me.
sign.
No judgment.
Get your shit together.
And that's an 8.
8 total. Okay. You're going to help them by giving them a +1 to roll, but you also expose yourself to danger.
Perfect.
So you get a partial success here. You can hold one. What would you like to ask?
I think.
If you have something more specific, you can ask that as well.
Yeah, well, I think because the one that was closest, like, are there any dangers we haven't noticed? Meaning, my thought process is this maybe coming from somewhere? Like, this is if this isn't actually a nightmare, it's like a echo of one or something. Then maybe something else is causing this. I wonder if I can get a sense of maybe where the origin point of this thing is.
Yeah, I think that as you're looking at this, your knowledge of demons and demonic things and spirits in general, this seems to be a creation by something, by someone or something. This is an echo, an idea of a nightmare that has been brought here. So something powerful, like a normal wizard can summon a demon, a normal wizard could like trap a ghost. This seems something beyond that. This is like almost godly power that has brought this thing here, and it is, as far as you're aware, nothing that you have like come across in your time has been powerful enough to do so. But whatever brought it here did it for a purpose. And it seems like a nightmare is something like strange. It's not, and especially in this spot, like there's not a lot of people here. It's not going to cause a lot of chaos. It's not going to, it seems like whatever brought it here specifically had motivation, and you being here to fight it and coming so quickly seems suspect. Because again, it is not a common occurrence that something like this could be created.
All right. So I don't think this thing is the problem. I think there's something else here that's manifesting this or creating it.
I will say, as it has been created, it is in existence. So whatever it made it could have just let it go. And
okay, so
so it's
could
not
be something else
in the immediate area.
Okay,
they could have just like summoned it.
It's not like
and
there's
then...
somebody hiding in the bushes that we need to knock out.
Correct.
To do this is here, and whatever is causing it is a larger problem beyond the scope of what is happening at this farm.
Correct.
Okay.
So
understood.
Probably a good idea to deal with this and then deal with that.
All right.
First off, before we do anything else, I'm gonna, with consent, touch the father's arm, and I'm going to use the move Devour Harm. I'm going to remove, I'm going to completely heal them and mark half the harm that they had suffered as corruption.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I had one harm.
All right. All right. So if this thing isn't the problem.
I mean, it's still a problem. This thing is still a problem. This is we still need to deal with this right now. So I think we just need to send it back to where it was summoned from, or destroy it.
Hey, Game Master.
Yeah.
I would like to try something stupid.
Okay.
This thing disappears and reappears when it's around its target, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's left this smoke behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that still in the air?
Sure.
I'd like to just go out on a limb and assume that the smoke that's left behind is attached to this thing in some way, shape, or form. It's what gives some of its effect. I would like to try and devour evil and try to take in this smoke to absorb some of whatever is making this thing tick to diminish its effect.
Okay.
How you want me to do that?
So, as part of the thing, you roll one die. If the die shows 1 to 3, mark 1 corruption, 4 to 5, mark 2, a 6, mark 3 for a monster or minion with half or more harm capacity remaining, mark 1 extra. If you have more corruption than consume magics, ask the keeper to divide you a power and a downside the curse gives you. So this thing is at full health. So if you do this, let's see, for a monster or minion with half or more harm capacity remaining, mark 1 extra.
So I just get 1 additional to whatever. Okay.
Okay. If the curse is strong and long-lasting, and you use this weakness, then the curse is lifted. Some curses cannot be lifted by this way. It's temporary, but significantly reduce the power instead. Okay. Yeah, so go ahead and roll D6.
I rolled a 1,
Okay.
which means that I grab 2 corruption from this thing.
Correct.
Go ahead.
As you begin to consume this smoke, you see it sort of coming from it's trailed behind it, and you feel the power coming into you, and you can see that the smoke begins to alight as the fire from the back of this horse, on its neck, on its hooves, on its tail, begin to consume inside of you. The power from this is not as powerful as things that you have consumed before. It is a shadow of another thing. So you can feel that fire inside of you, and the light from the horse dissipates. And you can see it is still moving. You can hear it and feel it, but it is just a shadow moving towards you. So you have consumed its fire abilities.
Cool.
Where'd it go?
So it's still coming. What would you guys like to do? Not a lot of time before it gets to you.
Unless anybody else wants to attack this thing, that's what the father is about to do.
Is to
I'm
attack
driving.
it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I pull out my 9mm.
All right. For those of you who would like to kick some ass, please roll to kick some ass.
Super quick follow-up question. I apologize. Considering that I'm going to take on more corruption than I have any consumed magic, what power and downside would I have from absorbing this energy?
Yeah. It is a line of fire. So like it had before, it's going to do 3 harm in a line. And the downside is you are not fireproof. You will get hurt from this as well. Not as much, but probably you're going to take at least 1 harm. That's a downside. I am not fireproof.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. LB, you do have 2 pay it backwards to impose disadvantage on my rolls.
Oh, that's true. Let's do it. Thank you for
I figured, that's... Oh, look at that. It worked. But let's see. How do I roll 1d6 here?
/R 1d6?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Space, /R space, or just 1d6?
Yes.
One word.
/R space 1d6.
All right. I rolled a 2.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, but I had... Oh, no, 2. So -3. That brings me to a 7.
Okay. That is a partial success. You are going to do harm to it, but it will also do harm to you. Well, how much harm are you doing to it?
I do 2 harm.
2 harm. Okay.
All right.
Father?
And I'm shooting out its tires.
Okay.
Father steps on the back of the ATV. I rolled a 10. Steps on the back of the ATV, rolls up his sleeves, Latin script tattooed down his arms, rolls a rosary around his fist, oh no, I forgot, also grabs not instead of the rosary, grabs from his pocket, I have my divine weapon, which is the 5 demon bag, which has the tags harm, close, magic, holy. I'm interpreting this as like literally it contains the exorcised demons that he has dealt with over the years, or their essence. Draws that into like unholy might and is just going to like punch this fucking horse.
Okay.
I have smite, so my body and divine weapons always count as a weakness against the monsters you fight. I'm taking inflict 1 additional harm as my for the 10 plus.
Okay.
So it'll be 4 harm.
All right. Well done. As it gets close to you and you strike it, Kevin, you get, because the flashes of light from your gun illuminate like the light outside of your house. This thing getting closer to you, and it is going to trample you, and you are going to take 2 harm from it. I'm sorry, 3 harm.
I'm not okay. I'm dying a little.
I got you.
I'm okay.
Ish.
No, I'm good. It
is
just
going
my
to
ribs.
Come around for another attack, but Father, as you open this bag and the demons start to consume and scratch at it, you can see like dark like blood coming from it. Or no, not blood. It's beginning as you scratch it, it is these like ghastly holes appear. Then like it's like smoke coming through it, and they do not heal.
Okay.
All right. Next round. What are we doing?
There's going to be a lot of corruption. I'm going to run up to Kevin. And again, I'm going to devour harm.
Oh, why don't we just kill this thing first?
Because oh, wait, I forgot my accent. Because I need you on your feet, fucker. And
I'm in a car. I don't need to walk.
Half of 3 is 1.5. Do you round up or down?
He has 4 harm.
Yeah. He has 4, so 2.
So
Got
2.
Ow. Thank you.
Okay. This is a little bit much. I'll be fine, but we gotta figure this out soon.
All right, the other 3 of you, what are you doing?
I'm feeling good. I guess I'm gonna take out my bike chain, which now has a bunch of like I've got like the coexist symbols essentially etched onto each one of the links.
Yeah.
Like literally any sort of holy symbol or like thing of power that Kevin's found over time, it's on there. Who knows? Hedge your bets, and I'm gonna give it the old. Whoosh.
All right, go ahead and roll to kick some ass, please.
All right. Let's see. 10.
A 10. All right, on a 10, you do harm. What is your extra effect?
Oh, what are my options?
Val, you will take the trampling harm as well because you did not protect against it.
Does my armor apply?
Yes.
Okay.
That was 3, so whatever your armor.
I take 2.
All right, I'm going to force them where I want them, which is headed back to its origin space. Not like so that we can't still fight it, but in that direction.
How much harm do you do?
I do 3.
Okay. You're gonna kill it, so you want to.
Okay, how about this? Can I
back to hell?
Can I do that? But like, ready? I want to jump onto it, use my garage as like a as a rein. And then I want to just like kind of let it direct itself just in that direction, and then ride it into the ground.
Okay. As you do so, you see the bike chain sort of like cutting into this thing. You see the white smoke moving off of it as the this nightmare brays out into the world. And as you kind of push it into the ground, its front feet sort of bend. You feel the tension in your garrote loosen as the head of this thing sort of shifts off of its body. You go tumbling tea kettle style over head over ass, and you land sort of on your butt with your feet out in front of you. You're gonna take 2 harm from this as you have we're going full speed, and the nightmare is over.
Yeehaw.
I walk over to like hold out a hand to help Kevin up, and I say, I knew that you'd have a part to play in this. Well done, boy.
Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you, Padre. Okay.
And I will lay on hands, Kevin, to heal him because again, I have to protect him, and I haven't done a good job of that. So I'll just roll cool for that. That's not good. I'm gonna spend a luck. You heal 2 harm.
You get word
Oh,
that your mission
wow.
requires you to do something difficult that must be done by you urgently.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. As you are healing Kevin, you feel this not working at first, and the motion of you doing this healing magic, it's not taking. You pray harder as you do, and you can feel the essence of your god come into you. And
I'm sorry,
as
you
it,
bet the God, the one true God.
yeah, he capital H, he is going to
God, LB.
He is going to say to you, Kevin must be protected. The old gods are not your friend. Make sure that Kevin stays away from them. Okay?
Yes, sir.
God is a woman. No, I'm kidding.
You don't have to be. I feel really good. I don't think I should.
All right.
Jasper, what the hell's going on with you? You look like...
Oh, he looks awful.
I need to get this out. This is a lot more than I'm typically doing. Typically, it's just some small little things, some little tricks that maybe some imps or something set to like fuck with people. But this is okay. Where, Father? You said that somewhere is the actual problem. Did you deduce possibly where it is?
No, I just couldn't.
You're
it
muted.
Could very well be far away from
Rachel,
here
you're
at this
muted.
point.
Sorry.
Sorry. Can we just smash the Greek urn and be done with it and see if that is the source of the issue? Because if I'm not going to sell it, I'm going to smash it.
All right. Yeah.
I received. What's the word I'm looking for? Revelation.
Nice.
That Kevin needed to stay far away from that urn.
Oh.
Apparently something to do with the old gods.
Oh, yeah. Well, I did meet that one Greek lady. She was an angry. That was not good. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. After we finish doing this, I'll be more careful around the old gods. But we really should deal with wherever this came from. And
I don't know if it has anything to do with the urn or not, but from my understanding, it would take a equivalent level of power to a deity of some kind to manifest something like this in the method that it was.
well, let's go look at the urn and maybe look in Mr. Harris's room.
Right. That's fine.
Jasper, are you
well.
Can you just like shoot it that way?
Oh.
Do you want to hold it just in case? You look like you're about to die.
I'm not about to die. It's not like that. I need to put this somewhere. Edie, you have a gun, right? You have something?
Sure do.
I would like to use Let It Go. When you have 3 or more consumed magics. Damn it. Never mind. That's not corruption. That's consumed magics. Okay. Hold, please.
I'll lean over to Edie. I'm like, he looks like he's about to poop.
whatever's
Okay.
happening, it's not good. And she'll just start heading towards the house.
I'm
with
holding
the
the
ATV.
rosary, standing behind Jasper, just prepared to banish him if I need to.
Yeah. Just when things if things get hairy, just stay behind me.
Right.
All right. Yeah.
And also let's hope we're not inside. It'll be fine. Let's go see what we can find.
All right. You guys make the trek back to the house. It was a few hours to get out here. You're about 50 miles outside of the home. You ride into the early morning. As you arrive, the grounds are quiet. It's not quite morning, I should say. The animals are beginning to stir, but the house is quiet. You can enter in through the back where you came out the first time and make your way into the living room.
All right. Can I investigate a mystery in here?
Sure.
Okay. I don't have.
Do you have
the
any more hold?
No,
Okay.
I used my last one.
Mhm.
But I don't have any more forward going at this point, right? That would have been
No.
gone.
Right. And it's going to be a disadvantage.
That's pretty fair.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was an 8, so let's see. Rolled a 3. What do we get here?
Yeah, still an 8.
All right, great.
Okay. You get to hold 1. What would you like to ask?
That is good. Now on my thing, that's on a 12 plus. Never mind. What is being concealed here?
Absolutely. As you look around, you begin to observe the paintings, these grand epic adventures. It seems like, I mean, you don't have the same eye for things that your sister does, but a lot of these things are very old and seem to be authentic. This man has a lot of money. This is a lot of money. Like, this would be, like, the urn itself looks like it is authentically from, like, ancient Greek.
Right.
And it doesn't seem to be magical in any nature, but as you enter the room, you see, or as you are looking around the room, you continue to, like, take a better look at each of these items and each of these pieces of artwork. You look at the marble around the fireplace, and then you look at the cow that is the golden cow that's on the coffee table, and it seems to be very well taken care of, very well preserved. And the cow reminds you of something, and it kind of goes with the urn, the story that's on the urn. And you see on this beautiful piece of artwork, it's the story of a large being that is sitting next to a cow. And this being has many, many eyes. And as it's sitting there, you can see that there's another figure in the frame. And it seems to be, like, kind of as you turn this, you can get the story that's on there. It looks like, I mean, you know from Greek lore, Hermes is there.
Oh, okay.
And he, as you keep turning it, you see that Hermes is playing music to this many-eyed creature. And then in the next panel, the creature looks to be asleep, and you can see Hermes is standing above him, about to strike his dagger into him. And then the final panel is this cow in a field, like living its best life, basically. This story, as you know, is one of Argus, the Titan that had many eyes that watched. And as you are looking at this and finishing this story, you feel your hand on the the business card that was given to you, and you kind of are like kind of take it out of your pocket, and there's something about this business card that is compelling you. Like it's in a Benoit Blanc way.
Sure.
As you are looking at this, you guys kind of just hear behind you, "Please don't break that. It's not magical. It's just precious to me." And you guys turn around and you see Harris standing there, and he kind of like snaps his fingers and a fire lights in the fireplace. That was incredible. I didn't think you guys would figure it out in the first night you were here.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I don't like games, so.
Oh, it wasn't meant to be a game. You all seemed like you needed a bit of a. Let me help you with that. And you see him like wipe his hand away, and Jasper, you feel all of that curse, all of that corruption. It's gone.
Oh.
Who are you?
Oh, well, I thought you'd figure it out by now. I mean, you're the conspiracy theorist, right? You like puzzles. That's why I gave you my card. I'll let you work it out while I speak to everyone else. Kevin, you look at the name, and the letters seem familiar, but they're not in the right order.
Right. That's what I was looking at.
I'm sorry, I don't normally appear like this. Sometimes it gets confusing, and Jasper and Father Doyle, I thought I was bringing in someone else, but I'm glad that it was you. Sometimes people have strong connections to others, and they get confusing when I start looking at them too hard. No offense, not a human thing, but more of a... Some people have fates that are tied together, and you two seem very similar to other hunters that have interacted with Edie and, well, I guess not you, Father, but anyways, I know that y'all have been in a bit of a slump when it comes to hunting, so I thought I'd give you a little bit of a excitement before while y'all move on with your lives.
So you... Oh. Did that helping hand die?
Not specifically, no. I mean, he was an elemental who charred, but he's not dead. He just ascended into a different form of life, as they do.
So, explain to me what the purpose of you bringing us all here is, because I don't think it's quite hitting me.
I'm sorry. I've been observing y'all for a while. That's what I do. I'm known by many names. I've been going by the same one for many years now, but as you could see, my name is Argus. I'm a watcher. And, after the situation with the cow and a wonderful woman who was taken by Zeus and turned into a cow to hide him and given to Hera because he wanted to make amends, I faked my death and I decided to come to this world. And I mean, once Zeus and Hera were dead, then I kind of moved on with my life.
Okay, so we're leaving.
Yeah, I'm good to go. I'm good to just not interact with you if that's cool.
Understandable.
To be 100% honest, there's a small part of me that's a little rotten that this is essentially manufactured to what? To just prove that you're watching these two, or?
Oh, no. I know that Kevin specifically is very interested in finding out more about the supernatural, and I know that y'all are very interesting. You know, that's what you do. You hunt, and I like watching you hunt. And there's not a lot of great stories that are told anymore, great adventures. So I thought I'd facilitate one for you.
And you killed a man to do so.
I didn't kill him. He's fine. He's a elemental, and he is now one with fire, as he was.
Did he have a choice in the matter, or you just make that decision for him?
He didn't say no, but they do travel.
All right.
Kevin, Jasper, Father, I feel like this is above our pay grade, and I feel like this is the most graceful spot in which we can exit the situation.
I'll tell you what, though, one thing that even experienced hunters typically do at the start that we should probably talk about now that we solved your whatever the hell it is that you wanted us to take care of, we do need to discuss the matter of payment. You did hire us, and we did do a job, so now would be the time.
Yeah, of course. Edie, do you want art, or would you all prefer cash?
Cash, non-consecutive, no bills larger than 100.
All right, that might take some doing. I don't have any cash on point, but we say like I don't know what a good amount for a hunt is. Maybe like $1 million each.
Yep, that'll work. You can route to this bank account for all of it, and I'll split it up.
Actually, I don't have a bank account. You could just
No,
make
I'll
sure
make-
it's delivered
I'll
to
make
my
you
door.
one. I'm
That's
trying
fine.
to get us out
If
of
it's
here.
in my
You
truck,
can
that's even better.
I can just if you just put it on the same bank account, I will deliver it to you in cash in small bills.
I
if you
know
would just
for a fact what you do for a living
I will
before
give you
this.
I will give you 30% extra if we can walk out of here in the next
Thir-
45 seconds. 30% of $1 million.
50%.
40 final offer.
What's
You
happening?
can
Got
just
out
put
this
it in my
door.
truck.
Oh my god.
Hey, what?
Just like arguing, just like
Yeah.
3 inches from each other's faces. Like, for the love of God, I will give you extra money if I can walk out of here in the next minute.
You know, you can say you're going to do all that stuff. But again, I know what you did.
do. You know what I do, and I've never stolen from you.
All I have done is stop you from taking some weird, crazy
I
statue
didn't,
and
I
then
didn't
dealing
mean
with
to
the
have
curse
y'all
that's attached to
mortals
it.
like argue
Just
about
one
this.
second. Just one
Okay.
second. So what?
Kevin, did you need a hint?
What? Yeah, Tom Riddle's not working, so
I don't know what that is.
yeah,
But
me neither.
T, you got it with the T. It does start with a T.
Okay, that is good.
2 T's in the first name, 1 T in the last name.
Sure.
Okay, I know offense. And if you would let me select a piece of art for each of us, I will make sure that you get at least $1 million. And you can bring it out in your truck if you would trust me with the fence.
That right there. That one word.
Do you want a
What-
binding agreement? My soul isn't mine at this point already. I don't know what you want from me.
I want my $1 million in the back of my truck, delivered
You have
by
gold
hand
bars.
by this handsome individual. Just saying, you're welcome. To my truck. Just saying. I don't listen. And it's no disrespect to you. It's if anything, it's out of respect that I'm doing this.
If
It's because I
can
know you're
leave
so
here within the
good.
next 5 minutes, I will pay everyone here $1 million.
The last name starts with an H.
Okay, thank you.
I'm
Mm.
going to decline payment either way, and recuse myself from any further involvement with this.
Fair.
All right, that's fine. You're gonna have to ride in my truck if we want to get back to town. So
Yeah, I
you know.
appreciate it.
yeah, that's fine. But
You can also ride with us, Father.
It doesn't
Jasper-
matter to me either way, as long as I can get a ride to the bus station.
Jasper tries real hard not to make the comment that is on the tip of his tongue right now.
Do it.
Oh, She'll give you a ride, all right.
Yes, she will.
I'm gonna glance over at Kevin. What are you doing?
Well,
What
I'm
is
trying to
happening?
decipher this.
Decipher what? He just said his name's Argus. I don't understand what the problem is.
Oh, that's what I used to go as. I haven't gone as that in a long time.
All right.
If it
Oh.
helps, I'm a lot younger looking than I normally do. It depends on the setting. I don't really get to choose.
You know what? Knowing that you influenced this to make it look all nice and pretty, I'm taking that handsome compliment back.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah, it's different when it's manufactured. It's nothing personal, but
Well, I mean, my true form is, like 20 feet tall, and I mean, it's pretty handsome as far as although there's a lot of eyeballs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Yeah,
people find
respect
that
that.
acceptable. Regardless, and I narrow my eyes at him and I say, how's your robot wife?
There was never a robot wife. She did die, though. That was
Oh.
sad. Yeah.
No, wait, no. I lean over to Edie and I say, it's the sheriff. Sheriff Tact Hailstorm.
He might be in on this. And she looks
No,
at
no. Look at me. It's him. He's him. They're them. They're the same. The guy. He's him.
Yeah, no, I believe you. I want that one, and that one. And just points at art on the walls. And just stone-faced.
All right.
Okay. I don't want any money. Can you help me undo a deal with the devil?
Ignore
Which devil?
him. Those
the Christian
three-
one.
I could ask around. Yeah. I mean, I could talk to Hades.
If that, you know what, they're contemporaries. That might be good.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. I see what I could do. I mean, I am his uncle, so.
All right.
Can
Well,
we
see?
just leave? I don't care if we get paid at this point. We just unlock
you know,
me. I
I'm
just
kind
want
of
to get
on the
out of
same
here.
page.
I just want to get out of here. I just want to get in my Jeep and I want to drive down this driveway and
You are all
never
free to
come
go.
back.
I'm not
I
trying to.
don't love a setup. Look, as someone who has been in my line of work for about 10 years now, I don't appreciate being brought into a situation under false pretenses. And you had to have
Understood.
known that if you had done any research on us whatsoever.
Well, I mean, I've been
And
watching you all for a while, so
very
I
long
mean,
time,
yes,
right?
That's fair. Yeah.
Apparently, if you are who Kevin
But-
says you are from the beginning of my criminal career.
Well, yes, but Kevin loves hunting.
Oh.
I love.
So,
I love what?
I mean, you love hunting. You
Oh,
like
well-
learning about stuff. So, I mean, this is for you. That's why we're here. I mean, it's for all you, but
All right.
Why-
You know what? I'm sensing a vibe here is sort of shifting with the possible reveal that there's some sort of origin here.
well,
why
I'm
don't we
just
all-
I just want to say, if you do see me in the future, I might not know it's me. It's kind of confusing. So just interact with me as you see fit, but I'm not always as aware as I am in this form.
So there was a
I'm not-
brunch place we passed by in
Yeah,
town.
you know, I could really go for some eggs Benedict.
Okay.
I think I need a Bloody Mary.
All right. Well, is Charlie really a peacock?
Oh yeah, I mean,
All right, then I'm
Hera
good to
made
go.
peacocks for me, and then
Right.
and then she was killed. But
Kevin,
Yeah.
have they given a
Mhm.
divine mission to keep you from associating with this man any longer? Let's please. leave.
Picks
All
me up.
right,
and just-
yeah. Edie's jingling her keys. Like everybody get in the car. I don't care who's.
he's just standing there like, okay, you guys keep
What
saying
came
you're
first?
leaving, but
The chicken or the egg?
ooh, do you want to know?
Close.
Damn
And
it.
then open back up. Yeah, but if you could just make sure the million's in my truck, like at some point, whenever you get a hand. Okay, good, great. And I'll close the door again.
Okay. All right. We take my ficus and we go.
Mike is off the porch.
It's very well cared for. You guys all get in your cars. Do you go to brunch?
Yes.
Yes.
However,
Yes.
as we're walking into brunch, I've saved the best one for last.
Oh no.
Edie leans in to Father Fiandoyle and is like, so, is it always Father, or can I call you Daddy?
And that is where we're going to end it for this evening. Thank you guys so much for hanging out in this wonderful game. I've connected all of my Monster of the Week games now. You're welcome. Tact is in all of them. And that's the reason why.
I'm fully disassociating right now, and I don't know if it's because
I'm
of the comment or the reveal.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thank you to my players for putting up with all my bullshit this evening, with all of my craziness. Let's go around and have everybody say where people can find you, what you do, starting with Rachel.
Hi, I'm Rachel. Rachel Elizabeth. Rachel Elizabeth. In 7 minutes. I'm so sorry for all of the hot priest hitting on jokes tonight.
Don't
I read a
be.
lot
Don't
of
be.
weird books. If you ever need recommendations, DM me. I got you. And currently I'm not playing anything, but let me know if you want me to be at a place. I love to be on the internet with my friends wherever they need me to be. Thanks.
All right. Our wonderful, wonderful boy, Kevin. Jake.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can check out Jake on his podcast, Legends Rerolled, where he replays through classic stories. Right now, they're working their way through Malice in Wonderland, a fun take on Alice in Wonderland as they make their way through the Card Kingdom.
All right, Cujo.
I want it known that Jasper, in his head, was going to say, man, I will pay money to find out that Father swings for the other team. Hi, I am Cujo of Crit Hit Chronicles. You can find me every Thursday and Friday over at Crit Hit Chronicles on Twitch. Thursdays, we have Tales of the Valiant. For the next couple weeks, we're doing a little side story from a different perspective, from some new characters. So tune in for that tomorrow night. We have a wonderful special guest joining us for that mini-series, our beloved CG Danny B. We're so excited to have you. And tune in for that, sponsored by Kobold Press. Thank you, Kobold Press, for the sponsorship. And then on Fridays, you can catch us for Shadows over Baldur's Gate, our spiritual sequel to Baldur's Gate 3. Archon the Cruel has shown up, and this next episode's going to be bloody. It's going to be great. But in the meantime, you can also find me. Actually, you can find me Sunday. I believe it's at Althaven. Because I'm going to be on an interview show with Noir Enigma talking about all the TTRPG stuff. It might be on Althaven. It might be on Critical Misses. I can't remember which, but just look at the socials, and that's where you'll find me. Yeah.
All right, Val.
Hello, I'm Val. You can find me the Kraken's Crown, mostly over on game nights where I forever GM a couple of campaigns over there. I am currently running 2 games. One is Blades in the Dark on Saturdays called Hearts of Stone. The other, we just wrapped up season finale of our Dragon Age TTRPG game, Red Jenny. All 69 episodes of that. Nice. And we are getting started next Monday on playing A Quiet Year as setup for our new campaign, Fistful of Darkness. It's another Blades hack that'll be running on Mondays. The campaign name TBD after we do our world building. So,
Hell yeah. And I'm LB Hackemup. You can find me at LB Hackemup on Instagram and on Blue Sky. We're Hack Recklessly everywhere online. You found us on Twitch or on YouTube, wherever you're watching this. We are live Thursday, Friday, and Sundays. This Friday, Ren and I will be playing our Split Fiction. And then on Sunday, we'll be back for the finale of Fallout 313, which is our wonderful Fallout game. They're going to get to the vault, they're going to find what's in the vault, and they're going to figure out the murder mystery. I am so excited for the conclusion. So tune in for that. It was good to see you guys. It was good to hang out with everybody. I guess I'm LB Hackemup. Until next time, hack recklessly. Bye!